take the safer route. Now it's ownership and bank account. The beef, what that cake about. Young and black on that paper route. They never thought we'd make it out. Never thought we'd make it out. Cause we didn't take the safer route. Now it's ownership and bank account. The beef, what that cake about. Young and black on that paper route. They never thought we'd make it out.
Radio. This is the Rich Your Heart Podcast. It's your boy Munchie B.
And your girl Mariah, the princess of the pod.
And we got a West Coast legend, Mr. 90059.
Yo.
My nigga off the 7th Street. You know,
Yo.
talking about
Oh,
G Malone glasses. What's the deal,
with
BT?
it, baby, man? I'm in here. What's happening?
Been a long time coming. We supposed
I
to
know,
get it.
man. I know. That's why I made sure no matter what happened, I was here today. That's why no matter what it took, you know what I mean? I was here early, a whole hour. You know what I mean? But I was making sure we got this work today.
Yeah, that's it. My boy ain't Hollywood. They coming in 40 minutes late with his shades on and talk about let's get it going.
We're going to get right to it, you know what I mean? It's the work. That's that trap mentality.
Mm-hmm. Hey, look, no. I had to, I'm like, glasses come. I got to bring up my boy, man. Shout out, Moon. Y'all from the same section.
Yeah, Moon is my G homie, man. Clean 63 Impala. It's funny, real fast before we start shit. So it's because I was going to tell you about this. So prime glasses, right? I'm off the porch. I'm doing everything you supposed to do. Fighting everybody, shooting at everybody, going to jail, not telling. I'm the guy. So I'm feeling myself too much, right? I'm 20 years old. I'm going crazy right now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would go to Compton to check out my partners from Compton, all my partners that grew up in Acacia and all that, right? So I'd be coming back down to the 7, and I would take Willowbrook. Now, when you coming down Willowbrook, you know what I mean, and you bust, like, once you get past, like, what that would be, what's that over there? As soon as you would pass Rosecrans, you start sliding through the Largos, Conde Vadio Largos.
Mm-hmm.
They don't fuck with black people at all. Like, I mean, they'll have some black homies, but they don't fuck with other black gang members at all, for sure. So I'm driving through there. It would be nothing. I got a 64 convertible Bug that I bought from Moon, right? Mm-hmm. Clean, fast motor, Porsche alloys, all that. That's before I get my first lowrider. So I'm pushing through there, right? I'm banging Ice Cube Greed. I remember it like it was yesterday, right? I'm just moving through there, coming through, whoop, flying. I see some Largos pull up close to me. They in a minivan, and they banging out the window. So I chunked the set and all that. Fuck y'all, you know what I mean? And stab out. Now I'm still getting used to driving a stick shift. So I get the 4th gear, feel me? Coming to the stop sign, don't downshift 3rd, 2nd. I go from 4th to 1st. Tear the whole transmission out the motherfucker, right? So I get to the stop sign, bam, way up in the Oars. I'm trying to come past the light. I'm trying to shift to 2nd. The car ain't gonna shift to 2nd. Now, mind you, this is a convertible Bug, so it's clean as a motherfucker. The minivan catching up on me. Bam, they swerve on me. I swerve to the curb, but I try not to tear up my shit. I just hear him scream, "Do your thing, Chewy." So I jump out the car, ain't no gun, take off running. Get on, right?
Fuck this
car.
car.
They don't chase, fuck the car, so they want the car. I'm thinking they want me, because at this point, but they want the car. So I run, boom, I run down the street. So I run in the back of this mechanic shop because I'm not sure if they chased me at this time. Mind you, we had just finished this crazy war with the Largos. So I'm not sure they chased me. So I run back there. So the man called the police, right? He don't know what I'm doing. I just run in his little shop on Alameda. That's how far I ran. So I run in there. Police come, and what's happened? I'm like, nothing, man. I just lost my car. They's like, what? Who did what? I'm like, nothing. Feel me? So they leave. I call Moon. I say, Moon, what's happening? He like, man, what's happening? I'm like, man, I'm over here, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm over here at this shop. Man, the Largos just jacked me for my car. He said, all right, I'm finna come get you. So he pull up. He had a yellow tow truck at this time. This motherfucker don't got no motherfucking shop or nothing, but he got tow trucks and shit. So he pull up in his yellow tow truck. He scooped me up. Boom. We go, he said, all right, where was you at? I said, right here. So we going through Largo Hood. Mind you, we just finished this crazy, it was a war, it's like a real thing. But we rolling through there looking for my car. So we finally pull up on one of the streets, I think it may be like 136 or something back there, and we see my car is pulled over. So we get out the car. Mind you, all the motherfuckers is standing out there. I'm like, and I don't got no gun, so Moon pull his gun out his little compartment. Boom, he jump out with it. He start loading the car. He like, all right, get the hooks. He just, and you know how calm Moon is if you've been around him. Yeah. He like, all right, just get them hooks from right there. We hooking it up in front of everybody. All his Largos, his older people, everybody standing out there. We just hooking it up. So we drive back, right? We get it on the tow truck, we drive back. And I remember thinking to myself, like, this motherfucker is crazy. So we get back to the 7. I say, man, what I owe you? He said, $300. I was like, $300 is right here. He said, the tow was $50. It's $250 because I had to bring my gun. Real shit. That's him.
Shout out, whoa! I was in the cell with Boom for like 3 months. He a player, old dude, man, cool as a motherfucker too.
For a fool, man.
And I'm bringing him like, man, G Malone, like, yeah, man,
that's really my guy.
That's my young
man.
homie.
Yeah, really my guy. And that's a real story. $300. I paid him $300. But that's the type of nigga he is, though. You know what I mean? That's the type of dudes I was raised around to their credit. Like that, I didn't have no older homies that was like, you know what I mean? Like whatever. Like they fuck with you and they brought the best out of you and they made you be a man all the time.
That part. I always wanted to know, what's your, if you do have any connection, what's your connection with Black Wall Street?
So they started my career, right? Facing G-Rod. What happened initially was my boy Village Town Tone, who's like my family, he knew who 4 Cent was. And he saw I was rapping and I was taking it serious. And I had some dope songs and I was playing them at a family function. My sister stayed in the West Side forever, like right on 135th, I think it was, 134th, one of them. And we was over there at a family function. He was playing music. He like, man, Lil G, you sound good. You know what I mean? He was like, man, you trying to fuck with some people? I'm like, yeah, whatever. He was like, I got a homie I want to introduce you to. So I'm like, all right, for sure. So we leave from there, go to the West. I've never been in the 4 at this point. You know what I mean? The 4 is like, I've been in the Deuce a million times, and don't get me wrong, the Deuce is some shit, but the 4 is like going to motherfucking Africa. It's just extra grimy compared to the Deuce. You know what I mean? Over there. So we pull up, I jump out, but at this point, I'm so like used to everything, it's whatever. So we walk in this back house in the 4. Big old nigga come to the door, right? I'm 6'3", this nigga about 6'4", 6'5". He like, oh yeah, what's up? I'm 4 Bent, West Side, Glass Low, 7th Street, blah, blah. So we walk in the back, about 2, 3 of his homies back there. So he started playing music, I started playing music. He started rapping and getting off, busting his power moves. I started busting my crib raps, right? So we just going, and they looking at me because I'm back here just, you know, doing like whatever, like I'm just doing what you supposed to do.
Smack that in the pyro, spitting the crib raps.
Same thing, you know what I mean? We gonna rock it. So we end up bonding real crazy right after that. So we just clicked real tough, you know what I mean? And at that point, I was always fucking with him. And one day he was like, hey man, I'm fucking with some nigga, this nigga named Game from Cedar. You know what I mean? He got a deal with Dre and blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, I heard this nigga name before. So I go over there and I see G-Rod. G-Rod is a nigga I knew from hustling for years. Like I always would go do shit with G-Rod. G-Rod might got some slides. G-Rod might got gas. G-Rod gonna have everything that ain't got nothing to do with dope. Everything.
That part.
So I see G-Rod. He like, oh, what's up, glasses? Blah, blah, blah. And then I knew Lil Face and Wack from Fruittown because they used to come to the neighborhood and all that.
Wax Star.
Yes.
So people don't get confused. Wax Star.
Wax Star, yeah,
right.
For sure. You know what I mean? And I knew them, so I seen them. So Face seen that all these niggas knew me, and I already heard of who Face was because I know Lil Face. So we clicked right off the rip, and we just started fucking with each other, and he introduced me to Game. He's like, man, this is my little brother, this Game, blah, blah. And we was rocking ever since. They was like, man, you want to get down with the movement? And I'm looking like, it's just all power rules, you know what I mean? And I'm like, yeah, shit, if y'all gonna fuck with me. And shit, we was fucking with each other ever since.
So this had to be like 2004.
Right on.
Right, because I remember
when he working on documentary.
Right, because I remember then, because I was living down the street from Wack at the time.
Oh, wow.
And I remember Game had the Harley Davidson truck.
Yep.
Yeah, all that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they was lit. Everybody was getting the Black Wall Street tattoos.
It was all going crazy with that. And I just remember just how it was. And at that time, we moving around now, and they taking him to the West, and it's 200 West Sides just hanging out doing MTV clips, and I'm thinking like, this shit is crazy. And I'm walking through the store because, you know, ain't nobody going to that store, dog, especially not no nigga that's no Crip. You're not going to that store.
On 135th Avalon?
Yeah, man, you're not going to that store. That store off limits.
Right.
So I'm at the store and I'm walking around and I'm thinking to myself like, man, these niggas kill me behind this shit, but fuck it. I jumped out anyway. It ended up being just a ton of love. You know what I mean? Niggas was showing me love, and I built a lot of relationships around all that time outside of selling drugs and all that in the rap game, just meeting them. So I watched them kind of really just get behind Game and make that whole thing work.
Yeah, I watched that the beginning process from my POV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like I see you at the Harley Davidson truck. Everybody's going crazy over the documentary and shit. Yeah, that shit was lit.
I remember like I said, it's funny because when that album came out, like I remember hearing it, and just when it came out, motherfucker went gold in 1 week. And I remember being at the autograph signing. They did the autograph signing on Central and Rosecrans at the VIP. And I remember it was like the whole motherfucking parking lot. And it was for a nigga that was just from down the street. And I just remember like, damn, this shit is really that close. You know, you can make this shit happen.
It's obtainable.
Yeah. And Game, just after that, it was over. You know, he blew up and it was nothing else left.
Okay. So I met your brother when K-Boy came, Pooh.
Yeah.
So that's your big bro.
That's my older brother. Yeah, he from Fruitown.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. Damn. So he was he pushing you with the music in the beginning?
Yeah, first manager, you know what I mean? So it was me, my little brother, and my big brother, and we was all rapping together. My little brother get out of YA. My mom wanted me to keep him out of trouble. At that time, I'm selling insurance, so I'm doing all the wrong things. He wanted to be a rapper. So he came to me, he's like, oh, let's rap. So I had some money, you know, hustling. So I'm paying for studio time, and we making songs. We got about 5 or 6 songs deep, but the songs was like making noise. The Monas, the Bananas, the PJs, they was all playing the songs, everybody around the way. So I was like, damn, this is kind of cool. My brother go back to YA, right? My little brother go back, he get back in trouble. My older brother, Pooh, decide he not gonna rap no more. So then I was just the only one rapping. And I started liking it. It was therapeutic, you know what I mean? Like all the shit niggas was going to, it was something cool to express yourself and get off a lot of things. You know, we ain't got no therapist in this life. So
that part, we ain't got no journal,
work.
no nothing. So you go to the studio, you let that show, you know what I'm saying, the way to get it out.
You get to exhale all that bullshit.
Yeah, that's how I get it out. Yeah, and then, you know, somebody told me to ask you this. You know, when somebody be like, man, she Easty or he Easty,
Wow.
it got like a stigma to it, but who flipped the narrative? If you could put a name with this face that start claiming, yeah, I'm Easty on a like good note, like nigga, yeah.
On a good note.
Like, yeah, man, like.
I don't know, what's still a good note. I don't think it's a good note. Like I think
that embraced it, like nigga, this nigga, I'm Easty, no motherfucker.
That embraced it is Spider. Spider for sure.
Exactly.
Spider was like, but Spider even mean it in the most shadiest way, even
Most
when he
Easty.
said it. Like he really saying he the shadiest nigga in the world when he's saying that.
Right.
But for sure, to me, like that was our connection on some East Side shit. But he was like, he really was popping that Easty shit. Like, yeah, nigga, like, you know, I'm on some bullshit. I don't think it still have a positive connotation still, though.
Yeah, so like it's like the most East, like most shady is like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta watch out.
And it's funny to me because the East Side niggas is like all really hustlers. They ain't really like, I mean, don't get me wrong, some niggas do get extra grimy and will be thieving and stealing from you, but for the most part, East Side niggas is dope dealers. You know what I mean? They gonna really make it happen. They gonna get off their ass and go get some money, but you do got pockets of niggas that's trying to steal from everybody.
That's what I just said with Kev Mack, because you know my family they all from Swan. I'm some Easty ass West Side kid. I was raised by East Siders, but I was raised in Inglewood, but raised by East Siders, uncles, pops. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. The family Swans in the family. That's dope. I used to get my hair cut cutting the Swans.
Oh yeah.
Yep, right off of what's that? Central and Manchester would be Firestone when you cross over. My homie Choo had a shop right there. I used to get my hair cut in Swans for like years. Jumping out in the Bentley right there, getting my hair cut tripping. I don't know what I was thinking.
That's my second home over there.
Yeah, it was some good dudes. They some shit though.
Oh yeah.
They some great guys. I like them niggas. They was always solid.
Hell yeah. Hey, well, what question you was about to ask, Mariah?
So a couple of weeks ago, we brought this up, I think, in one of our clips, but I stumbled upon a clip of you, and I think it was you were on a podcast, and you were talking about meeting Erykah Badu or seeing her for the first time.
Yeah.
I love Erykah Badu.
Man.
I love her too.
He loves her in a different way than I do, but I love Erykah. I'm a big Erykah Badu fan. Yeah. But people always say when they come across her, she has like this magnetic energy. Like, don't look at her in the eyes too long. And when I heard your story, I'm like, I got to ask him, what was it like running into Erykah Badu?
Birdman wouldn't let me talk to her. Like, I'm a man. I could have did it, but I just listened to what he said. Like, we at the MTV Awards real fast. So we at the MTV Awards, and this is my first time going. You know what I mean? I just look like that. You know, you from around here, we just overconfident. Mm-hmm. I don't give a fuck wherever you at between the 405 and the motherfucking 605. You gonna be entirely too confident about your chances with any woman. Mm-hmm. You can't tell a nigga from nowhere in Los Angeles County that they can't bust any broad. Like we can bust any bit everywhere. Mm-hmm. And we think it's gonna happen. Mm-hmm. We be disappointed when it don't happen. We like, you just missing out, bitch. Like it's a real thing. So
you fumbled.
I see her. So I'm like, damn, I'm finna get at her. I'm telling she thick. Like in real life, this motherfucker is thick. Like I'm talking about like thick. Like I was like, God damn, this shit is crazy. So I'm at the MTV Awards. I'm like, I'm finna go get on her. Feel me? So I'm getting up. I'm like, man, she thick. He like, yeah, she cold. So I'm like, I'm finna get her number. So I get up and I start to walk. The nigga grabbed me by my shirt. Nah, man, don't fuck with her, man. Leave her alone. I'm like, man, fuck, that bitch gonna give me some play, nigga. I'm thinking like, glasses low from Watts. Like, what are you, 7th Street? I'm finna go get this. He like, no, man, she a witch. Like, you can't look at her in the eyes. And I'm like, what? And I look at him, and when I look at him, it wasn't no smile. It wasn't no looking joke.
He was dead serious.
I was like, all right, you know what? Let me sit back. You feel me? Like I didn't already mess with a girl that was a vampire, some crazy shit.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Now I'm finna add a wish to the program. So I remember sitting back down and Birdman was like, I'm telling you, man, that I started thinking about all the niggas she was fucking with and what happened after. Them niggas all start dressing crazy. They got better as artists, all of them, but I remember they started talking about niggas wasn't like it was some crazy shit. Niggas wouldn't shower, niggas started wearing dressing funny. So I just wanted to see what that was like. It made sense to me.
Hey, man.
Bird was like, nah, don't do that.
Hey, hypnotize me, baby.
Man.
She would have had you hypnotized.
Or she would have got that LA magic.
Though.
You never know what could have happened.
She'd have got that
but the
magic.
thing is, Birdman, he's from
Louisiana.
They believe in that
and they
voodoo.
got them little voodoo shops out there. They got that.
But voodoo is not necessarily
No.
bad.
In that region, in Louisiana, they got them type of like you could go places and like we don't have that in California. You know what I'm saying?
But like tarot readings or
No, it's like they do like they got believe in voodoo like where all them Creole people at like
Yeah,
that's real prevalent in Louisiana. You know what I'm
In
saying?
my mind, I think I'd have had her dressing funny.
I would have had her in some
'Cause we
booty
from around
shorts
here.
on Manchester.
We from around here.
We would have.
You from around here, your confidence, I was talking to a dude the other day, it was a young rapper, and he was like, yeah, Glasses, man, you know, it's different, man. The LA politics, man, no fucking politics, man. If you for real, you gonna do what you gonna do, and that's just gonna be it. Like, you might run into some shit, you might not. Mm-hmm. It's way too much scary shit in that, like, around. Niggas is way too scared to do things.
Okay, so do you want to elaborate? You said you dated some girl that was a vampire.
Yeah, I dated a vampire.
Wait, what do you mean by
She was a vampire.
Never.
I'm telling you, man, there's some shit around here.
Were you okay after?
You going based off her teeth, bro?
No, she was really a vampire. The motherfucker never sleep. She used to stand over me and watch me sleep. She would always, I never saw her sleep. She really had the teeth. I'm telling you, she was really a vampire.
Hey, look, y'all, I'm disappointed in my boy right here, right? Because he grew up, man, when I think of 7th Street, I think of Sherm. They sell dope over there, period. He didn't know that she was on drugs. So, man, he's from the street.
I know Sherm better than anybody in the world.
Yeah, but she was off some other.
Did you catch her doing anything weird besides that, like reading special books or anything? You could have
I saw her reading books, but I don't think it was something she learned. I think it was her natural move. I think she really was just like that.
Do you think she's trying to harm you or just so infatuated?
I'm from here. Whatever that was, it wasn't never gonna happen. I'm from here. Like, that's the arrogance we have. Like, we not really worried about that.
I agree.
That's crazy.
It's just Erykah Badu. I don't think Erykah Badu. I wouldn't have been wearing those suspenders. Like, it'd have been on. We'd have had her just hanging out.
I would have had Erykah Badu with an F hat to the back.
Easy work.
But Erykah Badu is so smooth though. She could wear pretty much whatever she dresses however she want to dress.
Seeing them lives, she be up there. I have her at the marketplace in Inglewood. It be on. That's what we feel.
And she still looks very young to this day. She still looks really good.
Yeah, she look good. She's a really cold, special lady. Mm-hmm. But I for sure was gonna give her that real treatment.
Hey, I don't care if the woman got more than what I got and I'm in the same place. I'm gonna shoot my shot, man. The best thing could happen. And she like, nah, she ain't interested. I'm cool. I'm cool with that, and I'm good with rejection too.
Yeah, but I don't think she gonna say no though.
I mean, put me around her. Badu. We could be friends or something better. You know what I'm saying? You're a little older, but I'm kind of wise for my age. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there it is.
She dates younger dudes. I think she dates.
She know.
But she ain't with my age. I'm 33. I'm about to be 34 this month.
The dude's younger than you, I think.
Yeah,
the dude's younger than you, I think.
Yeah, you got smashing.
Yeah, we go figure it out.
Yeah, there it is.
She got too many followers for her to notice my follow though. So I need to be in the same place.
She might be the same kind of person that'll notice your DM too. She probably really go through her DMs and be seeing.
I don't think so. Her shit too booming.
No, man, she might be. She's special. I'm telling you, I could have added a wish to my program. They all said she was a witch, and they wasn't. I'm telling you, Birdman was not playing.
But there's different type of
no. He said that based on where you from, I believe.
Yeah, but there's different type. It could be good and it could be bad. It depends. I think what she's tapped into is something totally different. Like I don't.
Depending on what you do to her.
Tap into.
What you mean? You heard academics just talking shit. So you think she gonna use her the shit for good? Fucking with him?
I don't even think she's even paying him not even a penny worth of cent. Like she's not worried about academics. I don't think so. I highly doubt that.
She handled that well.
Yeah, she wasn't even worried about him. Erykah Badu got me through some times, so I love her music.
She was on Blueface. I saw her tweet about Blueface.
What'd she say?
She was like, Lord handle it. She was out that L.A. That's that whole mannerism. There's some different things from around Los Angeles. Different things. We do some things around this county.
Yeah, that's true.
But he was really serious. And I don't think it's just where he's from, though. Because I've heard that from other people that's not from there. But I never saw it up close and personal enough to where somebody stopped me. Like, I heard other people that's not from there, from New York, said. I know some homies from the Midwest said. But when he said it, it wasn't a look of, like, joke, funny, or playing. Like,
he was super serious.
Like, he was serious. Like he really, and I don't think it's just because he's from, New Orleans. I think really people really think she got some shit going on.
All right, so if you got to take your pick, would you go take the Erykah Badu Hypnosis or the Kardashian Curse?
Erykah Badu. I wouldn't even mess with them white people.
That part, because, man, fucks that.
Glad you said that.
I'm not fucking with white people at all.
Your daddy's a girl, your mama.
They got some different stuff going
on
in that house.
Man, them just being white people is enough for me. They ain't even got to go no further.
They got some different stuff going on over there.
And they find certain type of niggas, too. They don't never find niggas like us. They gonna find a certain nigga like that. Like
a man, they can break their spirit real
it's
easy.
crazy because I would have never thought Tristan. Well, Tristan is breaking them down. Tristan's
cheating on her every chance he get.
Yeah.
You like, nigga,
making her feel like a woman.
Lamar Odom gave him a little piece of something, but it wasn't.
Nah, really Lamar Odom, he fell with them.
Yeah. And then he fell into
Tristan
it.
got his get back for her. Like, nigga,
Tristan a player, so he dealing with it right.
Yeah, but I don't know. They got some different stuff going on over there.
Yeah, them just white people just being white people. I don't even pay that no attention.
But before we got into the vampire and the witch, right? The Secret Circle little episode. You were saying the politics, you like niggas is scary. Like, well, what did you mean by that?
I mean, like, listen, we do live a dangerous lifestyle, but really we gotta fraternize if we want to make some money.
All
so
right.
if you want to make some money, I don't give a fuck what color your flag is. You got to go to Inglewood eventually. Somebody gonna have some money there. You got to go wherever you got to go, and I'm gonna go wherever I got to go. And I was going there when it was just selling sherm. So as a rapper, I kept going there even as a rapper. I'm gonna go where I gotta go. I'm not gonna really abide by none of the fears or these niggas over it. Man, look, we gonna figure it out. That's how you end up doing shit. Like I did the West Side. It's on YouTube. I did the West Side Piru Block Party. I did the Athens Park Family Room. They was raising money for their homies. I've been chilling with the Lanes my whole life. I did events in the Nickerson Gardens. You know what I mean? You just got to go wherever you going.
Yeah, I just peeped you on Instagram using in the Nickersons.
Yeah.
Last week, I believe.
Yeah, not no big thing, but I mean, I've been going all over Los Angeles my whole life. I don't care where it's at, and you just go, and yeah, it could be some shit, but usually when it work out, it be the best situations. You know what I mean? You meet people that be important for what you're trying to do the next time.
So when you said that, you meant like people be scared to go certain places and plant their seed in certain places?
Hands down. And they try to blame politics. Oh, LA don't work together. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's going to be some niggas I think the only niggas that don't work with each other be scared. Because they just don't know what to expect. But gangbanging is different, right? Because you can gangbang in your community and be sitting right there, right? But really, when you got to go out and go in other people's community, that's really when you're going to see what you about. When you got to exist somewhere where it ain't home, where everybody ain't loving you, and you're around a bunch of people who don't know you, and niggas could want to press your line, and you just don't know what can happen, but you show up and people fuck with you, and they fuck with you when it's good. You know what I mean? It could be bad. I done had some situations where I done got packed out, you know what I mean, before I start rapping, but, you never stop going. You never stop showing up. You got to keep going.
Okay, but see, when I say politics, what I'm thinking like say if the Glasses is beefing with this nigga Joe.
Sure.
Now I'm fucking with Joe on music. Glasses, he ain't gonna give me a verse now. Like,
that's lame though.
But it's a lot of that going on.
But that's because they lame though.
Right.
That's because they lame. Like I'm not I got partners from cities. That don't mean I ain't finna show up here. Fuck that mean. Them, if they my partners, they gonna understand why I'm empower everybody black as much as I can from LA. After that, I ain't explaining nothing to no nigga. I'm Glasses from 7th Street. That's all it's gonna be. You know what I mean? Now, if it's somebody that harmed my friend, it's different. But if I ain't got nothing to do with that, man, I'm not playing by your politics, nigga. You ain't running my life.
Right.
And it be a lot of people allow certain niggas to run their life. They don't go out and really fuck with people. You got to get out here and fuck with people.
That's very refreshing to hear that.
Oh.
Agreed.
And people say that I'm grown now, but I was doing this when I first walked in the door. You could have seen me anywhere. You was going to see me everywhere. Because at that point, you got to, part of greatness is making yourself accessible and people seeing you and being able to judge you and all that. Like, you got to put yourself in position for people to really see what you're about. If you about it, it's going to be fine. You know what I mean? You're going to be all right. It ain't going to be a situation that's new to you. You know what I mean? You're going to just deal with it. And most of the time, everybody really just trying to get some money. You know what I mean? You ain't got to, if you ain't trying to take advantage of no other nigga, if you ain't trying to go use somebody, then what you really worried about? I ain't never went nowhere and couldn't help no nigga.
Your intentions seem very like pure. Like you don't have no bad intentions, and your energy, you know, you can tell off your energy too, and people can respect that.
People be having to fix their insides. Their inside be fucked up, so then they project on what they on to everybody else. I ain't never felt like that. It don't matter wherever I'm at. You know what I mean? It's gonna always be the same thing, you know. But you know, it could go wrong. But shit, what good is living if you know you ain't really gambling? You gotta gamble a little bit.
I see it's a thin line between like, nigga, I'm fucking with everybody and playing both sides. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta like carry yourself in a certain way, so it won't appear a certain way or people won't, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody can't do it. Yeah, like Slim 400 and YG, them my boys. But then I fuck with Wax Star and Lil Jon from over here in the Fruit Towns, and they hoods beef. But I hang with both of them, and they not looking at me no way because they know how I'm coming, and I ain't that type of, you know what I'm saying? I just fuck with niggas, and it be like, but everybody can't do it though.
Well, I think niggas gonna look at you and really feel like your energy is genuine.
Munchie, you got something on your lip.
You know what I'm saying? I look at you, everything is genuine.
Thank you.
Everything is genuine. So, I mean, when niggas don't project out the right energy, it's because their inside is fucked up. They probably is on some bullshit. It do be niggas playing both sides. I'm one of them type of niggas, like right now, they talking about the Palestine and the Hamas and Israel. Hey, that's y'all fade. Don't ask me, don't put me in the middle of that shit. That's y'all fade, nigga. I love y'all. Do your own thing. Because if you ask me, I'm like, you niggas is stupid anyway. That's really where it's always been. When the Grape Streets and East Coast first started, I had conversations with the homies about that. Like, hey, y'all could deal with that, but everybody gonna do their own thing. And that's why you gotta let niggas do their thing. Can't always stop niggas from fighting. For sure, if human beings ain't gonna do nothing else, they gonna fight. If you look at the story of, if you in the Bible and you look up Adam and Eve, they kids was killing each other. So I ain't finna get in the middle of two men hashing out situations all the time. I ain't trying to break up every fight. We was just talking about that. You can't break up these niggas fighting sometimes.
Hey, but see, ever since we was in school, whether it's elementary, junior high, high school, man, history books taught us that violence is the answer. So if America beefing with whatever country, if they ain't compliant, fuck it, we go bomb these niggas until we win, and that's what we gonna do. Unless they cop out, I'm like, all right, what's up? Shit, man, the same thing in the streets. You know what I mean? Shit,
I agree.
We like that shit textbook.
Man, they would try to tell us and make men feel crazy for fighting, but in 2001, 9/11, when them people came and bombed them buildings and flew them planes in that building and did all of that shit, they did not have a World Summit peace meeting to be like, we need to sit down so nobody else died. Nah, they was sending them drones right into work. And then in 2022, they did a whole press conference on every news channel where they was bragging because they knocked off the main nigga that was supposed to be responsible for 9/11. That's 20 years ago, and they bragging about getting him 20 years from now. Them people can't tell me nothing about how we see justice and how primitive people play with stuff. I mean, if we had all middle-class lives, I'm sure we'd be thinking about throwing away our lives too. If you was making $200,000, you think you finna go throw away your life every year if your family was straight, you got kids and you can make sure your people straight, guess what? You be thinking different. But if you take all resources from people, if you take everything from people and you ask them to have nothing but respect, man, we're gonna guard it with everything that's in us, every ounce of blood, all the way down. Because in this life, you know, the life we live, it ain't really about like the preservation. It ain't about living at all costs. It's about living with niggas respecting you. Because if niggas don't respect you, shit, they gonna keep taking shit from you and just ruining your life. So I don't really pay attention when I talk to people and they, oh, glad you encouraging gangbang. No, I'm not. I'm just saying, if you don't understand why it's happening, just mind your business.
That part.
You know what I mean? As simple as that. Like, you can't quash every situation. Some people just gonna fight. Why do the world fight? We stopped talking about Ukraine and Russia. They've been fighting so long. They still fighting right now. Now it's some other niggas fighting. The Hamas or Palestinians and the Israels, right? The Israelites, they fighting. There's always some niggas fighting around this motherfucking world. So don't make me feel crazy because niggas doing the same thing in LA.
Right.
They act like, oh, they fighting over something that's more important. What is Ukraine and Russia fighting over? All these people that got killed, what they fighting over?
Hey, Bush came along trying to carry on his dad beef.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Guess what? If you serve Pops, we gonna loop back around and deal with it. That's true too. He went and got that man. We supposed to be at war with a whole nother person. He went back and got the nigga that was fucking with Pops. You can't tell me that ain't no gang of shit.
So don't get mad at me when I do it for my pops.
Man,
you hear me?
Shit. Or my Pops friend.
Or everything. I don't know if Alex remember this, but during my first interview, it's a clip. We was talking about the LA rap scene and people out of Inglewood rapping or whatever. And you know, if you from Inglewood, Mack 10 ain't gonna come up.
Hands down.
So I'm like, yeah, man, you know, nigga, Mack 10, nigga, I fuck with Mack 10. Cause you know, he put the city on the map, period.
Hands down. Oh.
I'm like, but man, shit, he went way to Watson, got an artist and shit, nigga. He need to come to Inglewood and write everything. In that same interview, I said that about, I'm like, Glass is hard, but you know what I'm saying? He went to Watson and come to Inglewood. I said there's something about the Casey Veggies thing, right? And we just had Casey up here. But how'd you meet Mack 10?
So to be honest, I met him in person. I was going to K-Day. And at this time, White Lightning, this in 2005, White Lightning was getting a grip of play. At that time, Power was playing a different song. It used to be a station called The Beat. They was playing a different song. They was playing 200. Power was playing They Saying with Game on the Hook. And then K-Day was playing a song called Therapy Session. And K-Day, I went to K-Day to do an interview with Julio G, and Mack was leaving. And Mack was like 15 people deep, 15 niggas deep, and it was just me. And I was just talking to him, bouncing around, and he was just like, this little nigga's crazy. But, you know, I was just, this is my town. I feel like all LA is my town. I just feel like that. I just love this shit, you know what I mean? And yeah, it could get fucked up, but I still love these niggas, you know what I mean? No matter who they is. I don't give a fuck what it is. So we met each other that day in person. And one day I wrote this thing on MySpace. It was like, I write really well. And I was writing this kind of article about Jay-Z and his album. And he read it. He called me and we was just talking about it. And he was talking shit. He was like, man, you could write like a motherfucker. And that's how our friendship really established. You know what I'm saying? From right there. And we just stayed in contact. And he always said, if I ever had the opportunity to sign you, I'll sign you. And the opportunity came and we did it. And he gave it to Birdman, and Birdman thought it was the greatest thing. So that was all because of Mack.
Shout out Mack 10 in Inglewood.
Mack, when he first started, he used to have a lot of Inglewood niggas at one time. He had a few of them around, but you know, you know how shit go.
Yeah, I remember back in the days, he had Squeak Roo off in the eye. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we got a few guys.
Yeah, and then he crossed over. He signed CJ Mack from 60s back in the day.
I remember that. And he signed 8 from Track New.
Yep. Oh,
I
didn't know that.
Moves though. Yeah, he signed 8. He had 8 for 2 albums.
Oh, that's hard.
So he was making big moves. He was, you know, Mack was on the verge of signing Snoop before Snoop went to No Limit.
I heard about that.
$1 million. He's gonna give him $1 million. And Master P came and stole him from right up under him.
Yeah, but that wasn't the same Snoop. No Limit Snoop and Death Row Snoop, music.
But this is right when he's leaving Death Row, so he looking for a way out. He kind of had, you know, he ain't really fucking with Suge in trouble. He ain't really got no paper. Mack was finna give him $1 million. Could you imagine how big that was if he signs Mack 10 to Who Bangin'? I mean, he signed Snoop Dogg to Who Bangin'. Like that would have did for his label.
I think his music, it would have been better too.
It'd have been definitely more West Coast.
Because the beats he was rapping over there at No Limit, I think it wasn't really him, so it didn't really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Totally different sound.
Yeah, it hit different.
But that would have did a lot for their careers completely different. But I'm sure that No Limit shit still helped him market in the South better. I'm sure his stronghold got way better after that. You know what I mean?
Shit, he the biggest rap artist ever. So
I always say that.
Then he got Cereal. Martha Stewart, Skechers.
He got Skechers shoes. Them commercials coming on every day.
Sure does.
He got a line in Walmart.
I see him almost on everything. It's like even a trending thing. Like, what doesn't Snoop do?
And it's in every country.
Damn.
Yeah.
So why he ain't a billionaire yet?
Because I think so. Okay, so being a billionaire or the way you see it ain't the way it is, right? Like a billionaire is a calculation of what everything you worth, and you put a lot of extra onto it. Snoop is making great money, you know what I mean? But I don't think he's into that whole advertisement of what he's worth. You know what I mean? I don't think he's ever went into that whole net worth, let me add up all this and what I'm worth to the game and blah, blah, blah. Because a lot of the people you hear, they be saying they billionaires. They ain't got they can sell everything they got and they won't have no $1 billion. But the way that setup work is, you know what I mean? This is somebody's net worth. But if you think about it too, somebody couldn't even pay you what you worth. They couldn't make money. If you was worth $1 billion, somebody would try to give you $50 million so they can make 900.
Right.
And then make you work for the other 50. You know what I mean? So it's simple, just math, simple business. If you worth $1 billion, somebody could only give you $100 million so they can make it worth it. Make it worth whatever they need to spend to get you to that $1 billion. Your brand.
I would like to sit down with Snoop Dogg and tell him, because he might think, like, man, what's the big deal? Why it ain't cool to have his store where it's at, and then he put that on the side of the building, with on the side, and then, you know what I'm saying?
He know.
Because Mack 10 or had the same thing and smack dead in Long Beach, wouldn't happen. Not with the red and then
he know.
You know what I'm saying?
He know.
Oh, okay.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah, because come on, bro. It's not good business for you to do that, though.
No.
You know
the fact that he got a store there and it's still there is awesome. And I'm proud of Inglewood for even allowing that store to be there. You know what I mean? Because for sure it don't have to be there. But it's definitely crazy for him to have that thing on it. I saw that shit driving by. I was looking like, this nigga that lost his fucking mind. I wanted to call him and be like, man, just put a black one on. Why the fuck is you wearing this one? But, you know, again, I'm proud that store is there. I'm really proud of Inglewood because that store don't have to be there. And if that's the greatest lashback of Snoop having a store in Inglewood, I'm impressed because 30 years ago, there's just no way possible that could even happen, probably even a little bit. He couldn't have had no store. I don't give a fuck what was on the side. If that store said Snoop, they probably would have tore that shit apart.
Right.
So it's just showing where we coming as a complete culture in Los Angeles, all the way top to bottom, no matter if we in Inglewood or Long Beach or Compton, Watts, same thing.
Yeah, but you know how I go, though.
For sure.
But do you think that has to do with, like, a lot of tourists coming out here for the football games and then, you know, people saying, like, Snoop Dogg and Inglewood? Because, you know, a lot of tourists come through Inglewood a lot. So do you think
the what part have to do with it?
Like him having a store right there. I know that I never seen it, but just based off what you told me.
For sure. That's why he got the store.
That's what I was gonna say. That's probably why. But I know it's like he was in like a blue bandana or something.
That shit look crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen the store yet, but I know you mentioned.
I remember thinking to myself like, I ought to call this nigga and tell him to take this shit down.
Yeah, it ain't smart. You know what I'm saying?
So like a black and white would probably be more like
any color.
Just neutral.
Any
or
color.
Just
black and gold.
It can be black and gold.
They wear black and gold in this section. You know what I'm saying?
But again, like I say, I think he know. I ain't talked to him about it, but he know. He thinking himself like, what was I thinking?
Nah, I know he didn't because he put it back up.
Yeah, but that I don't know if that's him putting it back up or the owner of the store not thinking, more or less. Like a lot of times when people do business like that, they'll have somebody financing and running the whole program. So like, I think if he's aware, now I think he's aware at this point to some degree where it's like, okay, I need to figure something out. I don't think he holding still on it because I think he knows everybody know where he's from anyway. But again, it could be somebody running the store, doing his business for him, and he ain't really tuned in outside of the press. You know what I mean? Where you see the press, like, what the fuck is that? Like, he'll see like that. Same thing with Jay-Z and all of them. You know what I mean? They ain't all extra hands-on with all their businesses. And it's important because it's a brand.
I know he's super busy, so he ain't focused on that. That's small compared to what he got going on. You know what I'm saying?
But I think it do matter, and I think it's right because she knows, like, the traffic is coming there. But that shit do look crazy in Inglewood. That look crazy. I don't know what he was thinking.
Where is it at?
It's on Prairie.
Oh, okay.
Like not far, but across from SoFi Stadium.
Right.
Okay.
But it's just in Inglewood.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's just crazy. I was like, this nigga's. I was thinking to myself, like, why would they put that there? But again, they'll figure it out. Whether they figure it out the hard way, the easy way, they figure it out. You always do.
Hopefully, it's the smooth way.
Snoop is a real diplomat, man. He knows how to resolve situations, and when they'll figure it out. Mm-hmm. He trust me. He got respect for Inglewood. That ain't no question. He know where it's at. He know, so they'll figure it out.
You know, the recent events, and it's perfect timing that Glasses had pulled up after 27 going on 28 years. Keefe D landed himself in a slammer. You know what I'm saying? It's a common case of not knowing the law and being a dummy. You know what I'm saying? It's the difference between them giving him immunity and taking a proffer agreement, which he did. You know what I mean? And an immunity, even though he was involved with the crime, that you could tell everything you did. As long as you just let us know what happened, and we ain't gonna hold nothing against you. Proffer agreement, you tell us everything, and then if you find out anything later outside of what you told us, we could use that against you. So he went on to do interviews, and he started saying stuff outside of what he did with Greg Kadings. I think that's his name. And they able to use that, you know what I mean? So, Alex, run that for me real quick.
Let's see what you got.
Evidence used to convince a grand jury to indict a Henderson man on a murder charge. Police believe that he was the mastermind behind the crime and now believe that they can prove it.
Despite the long-held belief that a deceased gang member named Orlando Anderson was the man who shot rapper Tupac Shakur in 1996, leading to his death, information from a Clark County grand jury transcript says otherwise, and Bad Boy founder Diddy is at the thick of it all.
But Zipper came pick me up. We rolling up Greenleaf in our neighborhood, and his phone ring, boom, and it was Puff. And he like, you think it's cool to come out here and do concerts?
According to documents obtained by media outlets, a man affiliated with the Southside Compton Crips, Devonte Lee, says it was another Southside Crip, DeAndre Big Dree Smith, who pulled the trigger, and that allegedly all of them were working under the instructions of Diddy. Reportedly, Anderson and Smith were in a white Cadillac with Terrence Brown and Dwayne Keith Keefe D. Davis the night of the shooting, September 7th, 1996. It's not refuted that the white Cadillac pulled up to a BMW driven by Suge Knight with Tupac in the passenger seat, but conventional wisdom has long been that Anderson shot into the BMW. In his statements to a grand jury over the indictment of Davis in the murder plot, Lee says it was Smith who fired the shots. When appearing before the grand jury, Lee was asked if it was true that Smith told him that Davis passed a gun to Anderson. That's exactly what he told me.
Suge A. Knight is crazy.
I think they be just mispronouncing black people's name on purpose.
Yeah, because how does she... come on,
it gotta be AI.
Yeah, I'm about to say she pronounced it like the computer would do it.
Typed it and just she started. Yeah, I don't know. Even a proffer, wasn't a proffer with the feds?
Yeah, but agreement is an agreement. I don't think because the feds gave you that agreement, that would mean the state could come and do what they want to do.
Shit, in theory, they can.
I think the feds supersede the state and not the other way around.
True, but then the state can still press their line. Like they not, like the feds can, like they do supersede. So if you got a case and the feds pick you up, they could take you from the state. But I don't think they can stop the state from filing a charge, only unless they gonna file their own charges. So even if his proffer was with the feds, like, shit, even if he don't have new information, because I don't think none of that information is what got a warrant to arrest him. That would be, like, interviews would be weak. You know what I mean? Like, you had to arrest when we see the discovery, we're going to really see exactly what they got him with. Like, somebody saying that's a witness, that would be something that you could actually arrest. You know, you can get an arrest warrant with a grand jury. But it's weird because I'm thinking Alex and them will know, like, even the way the grand jury work in Nevada, like that shit could stay open for so much time. You could keep presenting shit. Like you're not limited on time. So I really need to see like what's the evidence that they charged him? How did you? Because it can't be these interviews.
But see, I think the discrepancy is who actually shot. Was it Baby Lane or the big Dre dude? And then the car behind them, witness said it was a dude with a big arm that pointed the gun out the window. It wasn't a smaller arm like Baby Lane would have. So that would like kind of breach their little proffer deal because that's not true outside of what you told them. You know what I'm saying?
Sure. But then it would have to be Keefe who said that. It couldn't be somebody else, right? Because then at that point it wouldn't be him changing the story.
See, they gonna have to just discredit Keefe D and prove that Baby Lane wasn't the shooter and it was actually Big Dre, and then he in trouble.
Shout out to Dre, rest in peace, man. Dre booked me for my 4th concert ever. I used to Southside used to do this thing in the mansions in Compton called Lane Day, where they would celebrate Baby Lane. You know what I mean? He was like a real centerpiece of their community. So, and it's funny because I took my homeboy to the concert. My boy D is like a huge Tupac fan, and I remember Dre gave me $3,500. This is my 4th concert, and he gave me $3,500 to come perform because White Lightning was going crazy, and we was chopping it up and all that. And I take him in, and I didn't know what the event was. So I go to the event, and I'm walking in with my boy, and I'm looking at the pictures of Baby Lane, and my boy with me. My boy, like, he ain't from nowhere, but he just a little active LA nigga. So he looking, he like, oh, this motherfucker turned up. These niggas got money. You know, the South had money. So he's like, yeah, they own. We walking, and I noticed the pictures. I'm like, oh, shit, this is something they celebrating for Baby Lane. So we walking back there, and I'm fucking with my boy, I ain't gonna lie, I'm being a dick. I'm like, man, you know what this for? He like, yeah, who is this nigga they all celebrating? This nigga must have been that nigga. I said, man, he knocked off your boy.
That would have broke my heart.
He was so mad. He wanted to, I'm telling you, he was like, man, I ought to shoot all these niggas. I'm like, bro, calm down. You don't even know that man, dog. But it's funny though, man. Like, Dre was such a good nigga, man. I really, you know, and I know Dre didn't do it. Like, fuck all the hype. Dre didn't do that shit, dog. Dre, like, even Dre told me, that ain't something. Dre didn't even when he explained the story, it was never Dre. Every nigga knew what it was the first day. But, I mean, I'm definitely interested in the discovery to see what's the evidence that you using? Is it that witness? You know what I mean? Because that dude wasn't in the car.
Okay. What you said his name was? Alex Dirt Rock?
Oh, yeah.
I think Dirt Rock might be entered. Is Dirt Rock still alive?
Yep.
Is that who's supposed to be the witness?
He the one told on Keefe D originally, and then they came and interviewed him. Then they brought up the Tupac thing, and Keefe D started running his mouth. So they might bring Dirt Rock in. They go out to bring Suge Knight, subpoena Suge Knight, and Puff, bro. You better lawyer up, B-Team. Nah, for real.
You know, I used to. Did you ever see the Resurrection movie by Tupac? They made it for him after
They got
he
too many
passed.
movies off of Tupac.
His mom kind of put it together.
Though,
His mom, I think, and an MTV and a couple other people put it together. It's a really good movie. And when it came out, I don't know how old was I. I think I was in middle school still.
The homie Gabi, I think, made that shit. I know the dude who made it.
It's a beautiful movie. I would watch that every day and try to investigate. Once Google and all that came out, I used to try to investigate. Why would they kill conspiracies? All kinds of. I could never figure it out. Why would they kill Tupac? I was young. I was in middle school. I was young. That's way back then. But I used to watch Resurrection faithfully, try to put stuff together. And after a while, I was like, I give up. So when this came out, I'm like, I don't even want to hear about this no more. This is so sad.
It was really open as shit. Like if you was around at that time, like he younger, you younger. But like Alex would tell you, we all knew who it was the first day.
Yeah, I hear that a lot.
The word got around real fast that they jumped on the boy. And when he got shot, we already knew what it was. Mm-hmm. Like nobody thought twice. Even when after that, there was a thing where the looters start beefing, the mob start beefing with the Southside. It was on.
Both of them.
You knew what it was.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was never no question on what happened. It wasn't.
So the streets knew it just, yeah.
Yeah. But like any other thing, when somebody beefing, we know who did what. Because we in a culture of claiming everything you do. We want people to know we did it because the point, whether nobody admitted it or not, we don't want to have to do this forever.
Yeah.
So we want you to know you can't fuck with us. So we going to show you and you going to know we did it.
Right.
That's the whole point of it. Whether nobody admitted it or not, don't nobody want to be around this motherfucker shooting at somebody all day. Mm-hmm. You want niggas to know to bow down and nigga don't fuck around, nigga. You know what I mean? So you claim your shit. It ain't like the big shit. Nobody still really know what happened to the big shit. Like we hearing stories now, but even when that happened, I never heard one story in the streets. I didn't hear stories till like internet came out. And then they were like, oh, this person. And they started just naming people. And it was like professional versus Pac's situation where they jumped on somebody that was like.
Pac shit was more spontaneous.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it was more traditional of what normally happened.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't believe Puff had nothing to do with it because the reason I don't believe Puff had nothing to do with it is no way you could tell me them niggas was rich at that time. Keefe, Fink, all them niggas was rich. So they could move anywhere they wanted to. They was at a Mike Tyson fight. Mm-hmm. Them tickets was like Floyd fights. You know what I mean? It was big tickets. So they had the money. There's no way they could tell me that Puff could owe them $1 million and then move about the cabin after not paying them. I don't care if they said Zip stole the money. even if the dude stole the money, you better pay us our money, because I don't believe there's no way possible they gonna be cool with letting, you know what I mean, Puff run around owing them $1 million. It ain't gonna happen.
Hey, so hypothetically, if Zip did steal the money that Puff gave to him to pay the South Side, that'd be a good thing, because if the money would have made it, then that would have been murder for hire.
Yeah.
So since allegedly or whatever that Zip and whoever else took the money, didn't deliver the money, they just opened up a club with it and did what they. It's really a blessing in disguise. You know what I'm saying?
For Puff.
Right.
It's crazy as Puff turned into Suge Knight. Man, when I was younger, Puff was like the nigga that just didn't want no problems. Puff was just cool. Like Puff, like, man, we ain't even playing into that beef, all that. Then now Puff choking out rappers, punching on rappers.
Man, hey, look, I'm
crazy. I seen a nigga on Power. You see the nigga talk to the nigga on Power in Hollywood dressed as the Joker?
Oh, I know what you're
This
talking
nigga was
about.
going so bad on this nigga, man. Like,
Yeah,
nigga,
he
nigga,
was tripping.
like, I was like, who is this nigga right here? This
On
is
Halloween,
not,
yeah.
brother. Look, it's not Puff.
Man, I'm gonna tread lightly because, you know, I want Revolt to pick this thing up and shit, right?
Yeah.
But it's, man, come on, man. You slap Drake and you want to choke out Tyler, the Creator. Those not no, know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but still, Puff.
Man, he need to choke out 50. 50 keeps sex playing up somebody gay.
No, that's different.
Feel me?
And Revolt is gonna pick this up. They're gonna speak that into existence.
Yeah, man, check this out like a survey.
I don't believe there's no chance Puff really. I don't know, man. I'm starting to be confused.
I have a question. So a lot of stuff with like Tupac, every year they come out with something different, something new since he's been dead, obviously. Now he just got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Yeah. Do you think that this has anything to do with them knowing that they were going to charge Keefe D? Are they like, was this all like part of the plan? Like, is it like a little conspiracy behind that, or it just so happened it's all played in the same field?
I know the Hollywood Walk of Fame is like a thing you got to pay and then you got to qualify and they got to approve you. But I don't know, man. These white folks be having some cold schemes. They put some shit together.
Because that was just random. I'm like, he should have obviously been had a star, but it was just.
I don't want to veer too much off subject, but the star thing, it don't hit the same to me no more. Because I thought you had to really have like a lot of accolades and, you know what I'm saying? You have to put in some work. But it's people that don't really deserve a star that got a star. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names or whatever, but Tupac should have been had it.
Yeah.
For him to have, in 2023, had like 20 million some Spotify listeners still, and you died at 96.
And he's still very relevant to this day. Like I'm a huge Tupac fan. So
my daughter was born in 2006. She should know who Tupac is. She was born in 2006. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And she know who Tupac is. You know what I mean?
My kids know who Tupac. Well, they ain't got no choice.
Tupac.
Yeah, but there's like, it's just. Not only was he like, he just lived so many different lives in such a small time frame, and he has such an impact on people. So I don't know, like that he's every year is, I don't know.
I mean, I think Pac really is like, he had a really good plan. He came out and made it happen. Mm-hmm. When he came out of jail, being around in high school at that time, like he came for the #1 spot and he got it. You know what I mean? And it was dope to see his success for that time. Honestly, I think he was prepared for everything.
Yeah.
You know, I know that sounds crazy, but even if you listen to people, if you look at the interviews, they interview a police and they's like, man, just tell us who did this to you. And it was his last breath. And I know that white man wasn't lying. Pac was on, man. And so, you know what I mean? He lived a life full. You know, it don't take that long to live. You know what I mean? I just don't think we all live lives like that fast, but it don't take that long to do some living. And he did some living, so.
Yeah,
but the Grammys is the same way. You like everybody ain't eligible for a Hollywood Walk of Fame. Everybody not eligible for a Grammy. It's like membership boards and different things you got to pay to have an opportunity to be in this stuff. You have to enter it. So I think from the outside looking in, we look at it like, oh yeah, if I just got good music, I can win a Grammy. It's like, nah, you got to be a part of the Grammy board. You got to do some things like that. You know what I mean? And it's all of these clubs in Hollywood is like that. Like, I'm sure y'all heard of the Soho House. And they got all these different clubs that you could be a part of to be in the in crowd.
Oh, yeah, I heard of the Soho House.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to say, Tupac is the reason why I don't let anybody call me the B word. When he came out, when I was young,
they call you bitch.
I was young, listening to that. I'm like, nothing
That's
in this.
a real song, though.
Yeah, but none of this stuff relates to me, and ain't nobody going to call me no B word. So,
man, I was listening to Pac earlier, and I was listening to Ambitions of a Rider, and he was like, there's a line he said, man. And it was it's a specific line, and I don't want to get it wrong. But it was so hard, and I was thinking to myself, like, this nigga knew he was about to die. And he had put it all on the line. thugging for life. And if you right, the nigga die for it. Let them other busters cry. At least you try for it. And I was like, who the fuck even thinks like that? You know what I mean? And outside of us, that's how we live our life. And I think when he made that album, he was really like, I'm finna get these niggas, these Southern Cat, all these niggas finna be fucking with me. And, you know, that's how great he was. You could put him in any situation and he could make that situation work.
That resonate right there.
Yeah.
And everything is timeless.
Yeah.
Like his music, I don't think it can ever get old. It just can't ever get
Dear
old.
Mama, Smile,
Everything.
Hit 'em Up.
Yeah. Pac is the God, man. It's no question. And
To Live and Die in L.A.
this is why it's so funny when people feel some kind of way about Tupac Must Die to me, because
I was about to ask you before that. But what sparked the idea? What turned the light bulb on with the idea Tupac Must Die?
You know what is funny? I was learning hip hop and I realized hip hop was street urban culture, and my job was tell the street side of the story. LA street side of the story. I don't give a fuck you from Inglewood, Watts Compton. My job is to tell your side of the story in all these situations. So it was only two ideas I had to me that was big enough that people knew that involved a nigga from LA street culture, right? The start of the LA riots in 92, like with the A-Trays, and what happened with Tupac and Baby Lane and them in the South. So it was only those two stories that I could express LA street culture on something that the whole world would know that happened. I still got the song with that started the 92 riots. I might put it out eventually. It's called Any White Man to Do. And then talk about how the riot started there. But it was from the mind of all them niggas from A-Tray, that football and all them that kicked that shit off.
On Florence and Normandy.
Yep. And I wrote those two songs and I had to choose. And Tupac Must Die just was like, I don't like how slow it is the more I hear it now, but it's super dope and it won't age. But it's like, to me, it was more or less like, it didn't have as much of a racial overtone at that time. And at that time, I was like, I'm going to just put this one out. It's a little simpler and people going to respect my opinion on it more because I'm from the life.
What year was that you dropped Tupac Must Die?
2019. 4 years now.
I know you could have dropped the other one because all that little Black Lives Matter shit going on.
That ended up happening a year later.
Okay.
I missed that window, but I'm gonna shoot it. I'm gonna go shoot it and really, show people what I was thinking when I made it. It was all the ideas came from this TV show I was writing called Two Sides, and to tell two sides of every story. So I looked at that, I was like, man, I could make this a rap song, you know what I mean? And that's all part of the same. But I still wrote most of that Two Sides shit. I wrote like 8 episodes. I wrote like shit about John Wilkes Booth, the nigga that killed Abraham Lincoln. I told like his side of the story, how they kind of puppeted him into the shit, and just really explaining how life be for different people and how we look at it and we don't even trip, but how somebody else could have been manipulated the whole time to be in it.
Okay, so you said 2016 or 2019?
19.
Okay. All right, it was some time up under it. Okay, so say for instance, for example, somebody do a song called Nipsey Must Die from Eric Holder's standpoint. Ooh. Now, you know what I'm saying? Out here, you can't call nobody no snitch, bro. Like, don't even play with it. Like, the worst thing to be considered is a homosexual or a snitch when you a man. So, or even worse if you in the gangbang culture. So, if somebody was to do a song called Nipsey Must Die from Eric Holder's standpoint, what kind of kickback you think the person would get?
It depends on how they do it. I mean, you're gonna feel some pressure, but if you legit about it, let's say somebody from 60s did it, what could a nigga really do?
If a nigga from 60s did the song, it would hit different.
I think
versus because you can't be from Inglewood families, A-Tray or Hoover do it because it's gonna be like a diss.
Yeah, it's a diss. Mm-hmm. So I think if somebody explained the story, but I think we all know part of that. I think that story is like, I think what happened to the homie is way deeper. You know what I mean? Not deeper like in the sense of extra, but like it's not just as simple as that. So I think you would have to know more of the shit versus Tupac's situation, which was a little bit more simple. And also, like, I don't know. They asked me this on the Breakfast Club, and I was like, damn, I'd have to look at it. I had to see what the fuck happened because there's questions that I even got in that situation. But then again, also, it's like, it's different because he went to jail for it. You know what I mean? You see what happened with it. So it kind of becomes like more or less like you just telling us a story that everybody figured out in the court of law versus this story where people just felt so hopeless. I saw a dude do, I didn't even know, like I thought it never happened. Even I went to Keefe and all them and asked him, was it cool? You know what I mean? Before I did it. Like I was like, yo, y'all cool? It's like, yeah, man, he told me, he's like, I'm working on a TV show. And I'm thinking to myself, like, nigga, you working on the TV show, like, this crazy.
Yeah, that nigga burnt.
So, you know what I mean? Like, I went to him and asked him and shit. And so, as I put it out, it was just different. But I think Nip's situation is something that played out in front of the whole world. There's footage, there's videos. So even if we don't know the full complexity, there's no video to see what happened to Tupac. You just heard a story. You know what I mean? There's no footage, there's no nothing. And what I realized was I had inside information to something that all of us here around our way got, but nobody else nowhere else. So again, it was just telling the street side of the story. And I think at that time too, Nip was still pretty street, even in a situation with him and old boy. So I think if a 60 made it, could nobody really say nothing?
It would have to be one of them.
Yeah. I mean, or even somebody else, because how would they get the information? Like, they would have to get the real information. And them niggas is not telling everybody what's going on. You know what I mean? They let the court of law handle it, so I ain't really nothing to say.
I think it'd be dope, but that's why I asked you. You dropped that 2016, so like what, 20 years? 19. So
I would like to see, if you show me one, I would like to see what happened with Pop Smoke. That's one I would like to see.
But there's too many heads on that crime.
Yeah, but shit, you can put that together as a group. I mean, 4 or 5 people could rap and tell the story of how, because I don't know the story. Again, even though we from the land, I don't know I heard what happened, but I'm sure there's a little part missing that we don't know, and then somebody bringing it to life. I mean, I'm sure niggas in New York be like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? But
hey, son, they kind of
you know what I mean? And them niggas is banging too, so some niggas is tripping. But I think there's it's a space for this to create like a, hip hop is all about giving the street side of the story. It doesn't make Tupac not still who he is, but he also belongs to the world at this point. Like when I was growing up, Tupac was just ours. He was the underdog. He was the brother. Like he was that guy. But then he blew up so big. Man, I had white people in my DMs threatening me. Like white people, like, oh, where you at? You live on 117th Street. I was like, please don't come over here, white man. This is not where you want to be at, dog. It's not gonna work out for you. So, I mean, or Jesus Must Die. That'd be dope. You know what I mean?
Ain't real biblical though.
But imagine seeing that though. Like somebody put out a song. I might write that. Jesus Must Die. You know what I mean? And then tell that story, like people will lose their fucking mind. You know what I mean? To me, that's what it's about. It ain't about, like, once somebody do the street stuff, then you go to the next level. You can express what people feel in certain climates. Like that, when I did it, dog, I really was like pushing to do something to me that I never saw in hip hop. Like I never saw like we all, like, think about it, right? You rhyme at this point. You ain't bad at all. Like you coming along good. Think about it like this. Dre, Snoop, NWA been doing what we doing for 40 years. They done told our stories so long, it's scary. Like Colors came out in 85 or 86. 88. That long ago.
Mm-hmm. Damn.
That's how long they been learning about this culture that we grew up living our whole life. It's so bad. Think about it, dog. It's people that argue with you about the culture. You will have an argument with a nigga, and a nigga be like, no, much, you ain't right. This, that. You be looking at this nigga like, nigga, I live right here.
Crazy.
But that's because they feel like they so privy to our life, to this LA street urban life. They so privy to it. They're like, man, you can't tell me nothing. I've been listening to Snoop for 30 years. They think they know. Hip hop give people an insight. So to me, it's about raising the bar every time. And when I did that song, it was like, okay, in my mind, I handled it with care. Even the name of the song, I made it more like Shakespearean. Like
I was just gonna say,
I wouldn't say if I got beef with a nigga, be like, oh, that nigga John Bone must die. That would not be the street way to say that. Fuck John Bone. That'd be the street way. But I dealt with it like Shakespearean. I put a really nice title and gave you a first person view of the idea. Even when I talked about Pac and the record as a nigga that got jumped on, it wasn't with disrespect. It wasn't like, oh, he's a bitch or this. It was like, nah, this nigga ain't about this life. I'm going to deal with him. I'm going to show him that, nigga, I'm not playing with my reputation. So I think...
You know, the thing is, and man, you know this too, though. And you'll hear people say, nah, I ain't no rapper, although they rap.
Sure.
So to some people think rappers is like, they just pretending, they pretenders and they just rapping what they done seen.
Sure.
So for somebody to get assaulted by Tupac, that's insult to injury, because I'm really from Southside Compton Crip. Yeah. So
this nigga's a rapper.
Okay, and then it's the same thing. So they hold Nipsey to this high regard. So, and you everybody look at him, they hold him to this high regard. So it hit different when he bring up an allegation like that versus somebody else. It's like, it's an ego blow.
You gonna have to deal with that, man, as you get more successful. You
like,
think sitting right here, let me tell you something.
No, like a rapper called me a snitch. It's like a rapper thing, like a rapper. I ain't gonna let a rapper snatch my chain.
Watch as you get more successful. Listen to me. You got a real street reputation, like some of us, right? Real street reputation. Watch as you start getting successful. Watch how certain people from where you from that you done knew your whole life. Watch the shit start being said. It come with some shit, man. This responsibility and all the shit of success. Like, this is a really good platform, man. Y'all do a good job. Y'all new, and it's really kind of catching on. People talking about it. Watch some of your homeboys. You're going to be like, what the fuck? But the difference is now somebody telling you, you're going to be able to know. And you're going to realize that no matter what you did in the past, it ain't going to be enough. They're going to treat you like you this success, and you hold the key to everything. And everything you say, I know what that feel like, man. Me and Nip used to argue about it all the time. Whatever I say means 10 times more than it meant just being Glasses Low.
Right.
Now, I'm G Malone. The homies that say G Malone, they've been calling me Glasses Low since I was 14 years old. I started rapping at 26. They called me Glasses Malone. They was calling me Glasses Malone by 30. You know what I mean? I got on at 26. They was calling me Glasses G Malone by 30. Not even Glasses Low no more. Like, that was out the door. So again, not only do success and your voice at this point, what y'all got going on, change to everybody around the world and people recognize who Munchie B is or hear this name, your homies is going to be looking at you based off of this. It ain't going to be about what you did no more. It ain't going to be that. It's going to be like, man, Munchie. Certain people who never probably ever ask you your opinion going to want your opinion. And I had to deal with that. Like, homies, like kids talking about you. Like, my older homies raised me. Like, I'm really a 7th Street nigga. My homeboys really raised me. They was my guys. But it's different when somebody's son talking about you all the time. And you like, this is my little homie. Nigga you hang out with every day now, you don't see him nothing but every 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Niggas can't get you on the phone. They might be locked up. You might ain't talk to them. And, you know, niggas, the first thing niggas start, no, nigga don't even be seeing that nigga, man. And it's like. And
that's why I told you. You was like, how Nipsey shouldn't, like, been at a store. But I think that's good because, you know, like, he a success story out the Crenshaw district, and then when you ride down the street, you're like, look, he right there, go Nip right there. You might see his fly ass whipping outside the Marathon store. He right, so you know it's more obtainable versus a nigga that got it and just poof, you don't never see him.
And being right there ain't what happened to him, man. What happened to him is the same thing happened to him or me. It just can happen.
It's politics.
It's just how we live, man.
Them type of politics.
Especially you got poor people and people going through it and whatever else they think. Like, again, that's to me the situation. I heard all of the rumors, but I don't know the depth of it. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you one thing, it ain't gonna be a nigga that come from where we come from, and success ain't gonna change your circumstances, and it ain't gonna always be to the good. I don't give a fuck who you is. I went through that shit with certain homies. Oh man, Glasses this, but I'm really Glasses Low, so it ain't gonna, all that shit ain't gonna be nothing. I'm not giving it no interest, no play, no nothing. If homie wanna subscribe, let's do it. You know what I mean? Because at that end of the day, we gotta keep that respect. But that don't mean also, my homeboys, even when my younger homies come ask me, Glass, man, we got into it with these niggas, man. Hey, man, could you buy some guns? You can't afford no guns, then you shouldn't be fighting with nobody. You know what I mean? Like, who gonna buy the bullets? You know what I mean? So, again, you gotta still.
Son, nigga, the bullets be harder to find than a gun.
Man, you gotta take the wisdom and pass it on to your friends, you know what I mean? Because really, at the end of the day, real gangbanging, this be your friends. This ain't no nigga, man, that street sign don't mean, this is really my friends. I know niggas, mom,
elementaries
daddy,
and shit.
Everybody. So, you should want to care about them. And too much of this shit don't got enough care, and it really is something to care about. So.
Hey, man, somebody might steal our idea, but I think as a collector, some West Coast artists should do a project called POV, just like you did Tupac Must Die. You'll do a story on like the PnB Rock. Title that, I Need That. From the Jacker's point of view, because you can't just come over here dripping like that.
Starving. How you go over there?
Barely paying their rent, bro. And you go over there with the type of car you got, dripping with them chains on.
I can see how you can go to the Inglewood Roscoe's and don't know.
Right, because it's right by the airport.
Right by the airport.
It look like some money.
Right.
It don't look like nothing.
Right.
I can see how you go to the Sunset one and don't know.
Of Pico.
This is you in Hollywood.
Right.
I can see how you go to the Anaheim one, some other ones.
Right.
That motherfucker right there, you can't tell me you didn't look around and think to yourself, this look desperate.
Hey, but see, outside of what you did, I think PnB Rock would probably be the most interesting for somebody to do next, though. Cause you gotta think, man, that's smack dead in the gutter, and it's a father and son thing, and people look at that weird. But it's a gang of fathers and sons from the same hood, and they riding around together
trying to get some money.
It's that's regular. I don't know why people acting surprised. Like
they not from this shit. They heard rap songs and they never heard it in a rap song. I think the only people that were really
surprised was why was he there? Like
why was who there? No. They was trying to talk about
because it was a dad and son.
Oh, the dad. I wasn't surprised.
Right, come on, man.
But that's because you from here. What people don't realize, culturally, hustling and people coming up is a tandem of family anyway. Mm-hmm. But trust me, and my homeboy got mad. He saw me do an interview. He's like, me and G this. And I'm like, look. He's like, man, there's no ghetto in the world. First off, I'm not going to our ghetto like that. I'm not going to 117th Street like that. I have no business going over there flossing on my homeboys with no bunch of shit that look like they can take it off my neck and go pay their bills.
So I've seen a lot of guys say this too, that they get some money, they get a nice car, and they want to pull up to the hood, and like they say they're trying to show their homies like, oh, you can get it like this. This could be you. Bullshit. I feel that that's not the smartest move ever, because you don't know what other people are going through, what's in their mind.
Hey, not smartest, is it genuine? Is you pulling up for it to be motivation?
No, never. I never think, even with flashing money, I never understood that. Flashing money, all that.
The one thing these motherfuckers can't convince me is that these is the most aspirational motherfuckers. I'm just shining so you can. No, you not. You shining on poor people. Mm-hmm. That's it. And that's why fucked up shit be happening. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can't. I wouldn't go to. Man, he from Philly. If you go to Philly, even the nice parts of Philly look like you shouldn't be wearing none of that shit. That's how fucking crazy it look. Mm-hmm. I done hung out in so many ghettos around America. I done hung out in ghettos in France. Man, you'll be fine for the most part as long as you don't look like you got to look like you can provide an opportunity. You can't look like you an opportunity. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's
niggas for
right
sure
there.
gonna take that. You know what I mean? How could they not? You see all them jewelry, this man got all that jewelry on, man. It's no way possible they could have let him leave there with that much jewelry. It's no way possible. This is an opportunity of a lifetime. That's the belief. This is like the lottery in the ghetto.
Niggas hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Like they like, man, that look like $250,000. We could probably sell that, get 70. You know what somebody where we from could do with 70 on the east side? Oh my God. Mm-hmm. So it's sad because you don't want that to happen to PnB. PnB messed with a couple homies, good dude. You don't want that to happen to Pop Smoke. I just was starting to really tap in with him and all that. You don't want this to happen with none of them dudes. But at the end of the day, man, you gotta really be careful because there's still people starving. And there ain't nothing aspirational about flashing your wealth to them. You could just be rich. Like Jay-Z could come stand right now in any ghetto and don't have to wear no jewelry, and we still all know it's Jay-Z. Nobody you don't gotta do nothing. We know we got it. And
you know what? Sorry, not to cut you off, but I just thought of something. I was looking at some comments from one of our videos, and people were saying, I was just in LA. They think LA is just not, I don't know if they think
that the palm trees.
Yeah, they see the palm trees and everything is so sweet. Because I lived out of state for a while too, and people be like, California not even, LA not like that. I'm like, okay, don't think you could just be comfortable, because there's people that can get up on you anywhere at any time,
and they do it.
And I seen some comments saying some girl had said, I was just in I just went to go stay out there. What do we just have, an award show or something? And I think I was staying in Inglewood. She wasn't staying in Inglewood. She was staying in Long Beach after I put two and two together. She's seen the Ferris wheel and everything else. But she was like, it was, I didn't see no gang members out there. You guys just be saying it's so bad. It's not even that bad out there. And I'm like,
hey, look.
She may have gotten lucky.
But you know what's crazy? It's not that bad out here overall.
Just depending where you place yourself. But some people try to go in areas they have no business being.
But this is the problem that make LA different than everywhere else. The places that look like you ain't supposed to be there, you can't tell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've heard that too. The house.
You go to Inglewood,
that's all I'm about to say.
You will not know. If you drive in Compton, you see them manicure lines, you will not know. Mm-hmm. Like, our ghetto is deceptive because California makes sure you have to take care of the city. You can't even have an abandoned house. They will take your property. Mm-hmm. Like, if you have a ran-down house with wood on the windows and all that, they will take your property. Mm-hmm. They gonna snatch that from you. You can't have broke down cars. They'll tow that off the streets and put that in the impound. They tried their best to make this motherfucker look nice completely. The only thing that's fucking it up now is the homeless people. That's why they trying to clean that up, because California looks the part. But the problem is, you cross that 10, you mean, like that Roscoe's that used to be right there on Pico and
Gower?
Pico and La Brea.
Oh, La Brea, okay.
Pico and La Brea, you won't know you somewhere right there where people could get to you.
West LA gangsters.
You be right there at that
They took
Inglewood.
that one out?
Yeah, they moved it.
Oh, okay.
But you go right to that Inglewood, Roscoe's, you right in harm's way. And you won't know. That's the thing that make it different. So when they're looking for what they think is rough, they're looking for rough circumstances. It's not. The niggas here are just worse than, and that's why I always say the LA niggas is worse than anybody in the world. Because at this point, we only have a reason to be mad, but we still mad. It's still like, yeah, fuck that. Nigga, you ain't finna shine over here. You ain't doing all that. You ain't trying to embarrass niggas. Everybody else really is trying to, rob you to pay their bills. This motherfucker is like punish you if they think you not the part and you think you finna, because they know what you thinking. They know what you thinking. They know you over here trying to shame niggas. Jump out over here. What you want to tell niggas you was over here with your jewelry on you to take it off? It ain't that type of party. They gonna stop that.
That's what I say. My advice to people that ain't from here: don't get the green grass fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Cause and then I heard Bosco say in an interview with Spider, like, man, they come out here. You gotta look at the people, not the place. You know what I mean? Cause it could be the looks is deceiving. You know what I'm saying? You got the East Coasters in Carson, Delamo.
Terrorize your ass.
But a lot of people think that, I don't know what outsiders think that LA gang members are supposed to look like. You can be dressed up nice. That doesn't mean you're not. Yeah, it doesn't mean that you're not from somewhere.
But that's because in other places, poor people dress the same. LA, especially on the west side, them dudes always been extra fashionable. And not just down to designers. Like them niggas, I remember growing up, them niggas was wearing Dockers, button-up shirts. Them niggas, it's like the niggas on the west side, to me, the further you go west, they pride themselves in looking like a nerd. Like they want to purposely deceive you so they could just, we got you. Like trap you in a spider's web. So LA is one of those places that is super deceptive. You won't know what's going on because you go in other places, niggas look like thugs. LA, everybody look like a fucking rapper.
Hey, but see, like, and these gangbangers these days, it ain't the traditional Dickies and Chucks.
Hell no.
These gangbangers wearing designer, you know what I'm saying? And then you don't got to be in the hood to get got. You could be at the Beverly Center because everybody everywhere, you know what I'm saying? Niggas on Fairfax, on Melrose. You know what I'm saying? The gangbangers is outside. They best friends a rapper.
Especially now more than ever. You know what I mean? And they always been like that. Them Magics and all them names you hear about, them dudes always been over there looking for people.
Come on, man. They had Crips in Michael Jackson video, man. Yeah. Stay woke.
Somehow.
Come on, man. They said Michael Jackson was a Crip. I don't know how sure it was.
He chunked up a chunky one.
He did have a fly little outfit on, though.
Yeah, Mike Conception. They had the real Crips in the music video with Michael Jackson, bro.
Because our streets move different than everybody else. You know what I mean? Our streets really, like everybody else, keep their shit in the ghetto. LA will take their shit right there on Hollywood.
Take the show on the road.
Right there. Put that motherfucker in another town, in another place, anywhere.
You know, I think growing up out here helps me with, like, when I moved out of state, it helped me with, like, having instinct of, like, this don't look right, this don't look right. Just, that's not even the word I'm looking for, but just being on point with stuff.
The awareness.
There you go. My awareness was on point because certain situations I could have walked into that could have been bad, but just me, like, just being out here and having my dad, like, telling me stuff about the streets.
Hands down, man.
I was on point.
It's funny, I was in Inglewood, I was at the swap meet one day, right? And I'm regular civilian, I ain't looking like nothing. Looked around, was grabbing something, popped out, seen about 4 niggas. Man, I saw you going there, blah, 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 blah. Niggas will pop out. You be like, damn, I thought niggas didn't even see me. So
well, you tall, too.
Yeah. But I'm saying, if you just running into the first 2-3 stores, I had to pull my car right in the front. I was like, oh, it's my lucky day. It's parking right in front. I need to grab a T-shirt. I'd run in and come, niggas like, I saw you running there, blood. You thought you was slick. Damn. You know what I mean? And LA is that type of town. You can't get away with nothing.
Hey, but see, it's a picture with George Bush with a little cap gun in Compton when he was a kid. You know what I mean? Before a white flight and all that. You know, I know that airport in Compton wasn't built for us. You know what I mean? You knew white people was there first. Yeah. And you know,
Kevin Costner was in Compton.
NWA, like that put a bad stigma on Compton. And Compton have beautiful homes. Yeah.
They do in those big.
As somebody who really, my mom had a house in the Farms before the feds took it.
Big ass backyards.
Farms is farms in Compton. So you seen the Compton Cowboys. I grew up in that community as well as Watts.
I was in Compton the other day, and then I seen a bunch of people on horses just ride. Like it's normal now, yeah.
Man, I knew how to swim at 7. I knew how to ride horses at 8. Like Compton is a really great place. It's just the niggas that make it bad. Them niggas is crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is this poverty and oppression, but you know what I mean? You just won't tell. You can't tell. And that's why LA train you the best for the rest of the world. I go to every ghetto and I'm always on point. I know what's up. I know where I'm at. As soon as I start looking, I start seeing certain things, I know what that is. And it don't matter which ghetto. You know what I mean? New Orleans is obvious. You can go to New Orleans.
I was just going to say, I was just thinking about New Orleans too. I'm thinking about all the places I've been. Yeah, you kind of,
you ain't got to question that.
You got 12 projects in one city.
Yeah,
I mean, every corner you hit, even when you're on, it's just like, yeah.
No.
But I love New Orleans. That's one of my favorite places, but it's just.
Best food in the country.
Yeah, but it's, yeah.
But if you from LA, you prepared. You know, they can't deceive us with scenery. Let alone, we go to them ghettos where like you go to Memphis and it's random. You know what time it is. But LA, it train you because you could, like he right, you could slide into the Lamos and be like, this don't look like much. And as soon as you see somebody, it's the worst nigga in the world.
I remember I was getting gas in Alabama. We were getting ready to go back on the road, and I was with my kids and one of my friends, and she just was just so preppy. She had she's from the South. She was just raised from a good home. She had no idea. And I'm like, hey, like, this gas station look good. She's like, no, we're fine. I'm like, no, we not safe for here. And we're right by where the church bombing happened. And back in the day, that big old church bombing, and what was it? What part of Alabama? Montgomery, I think.
Birmingham.
There we go. We were in Birmingham, and it just didn't look very safe. And at the time, I didn't have my gun. I just had a knife, so I made it look like I had a gun. And some dudes rolled up on us. And mind you, Alabama has a high sex trafficking rate, so he just sees her right there. He thinks she's by herself. So I popped down. The way I made it looked like I had a gun. So the guys like kind of fell back. At this point, no, I had just moved out there. I didn't have my gun yet. So I just made it look like I had a gun. She's like, you're crazy. Oh, my God. I'm like, girl, we got to survive. I got my kids with me. You crazy.
I don't think that was smart. Yeah. Acting like you had it and didn't have it.
No, they were like getting close to us. I had no choice. I'm like, what you doing? Like, he's like, oh, I was trying to invite you to a party. It's cool, sweetheart. It was either that or they was going to get shanked. I didn't care how my kids. They was going to get stabbed.
Knife and a poke somebody.
For my kids, I do it all.
LA activities, man, you just really see it.
But I just think like, oh my God, now I think like that's dangerous. But I just think of like having natural instinct. Like my dad used to always tell me, grab whatever you can grab. It. If you got to fake it to survive, you got to. But them dudes didn't do nothing to us. They backed up. We got lucky.
Yeah, you got to stay dangerous, even when you civilian.
Yeah. Yep.
I hate that word civilian.
Me too, because it's not a genuine thing.
I don't like it. I hate to retire that shit.
What would I be?
You an oval, I told you. You're not a square, you a oval. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I hate the civilian shit because they giving everybody an excuse to snitch. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no.
And then
look, can I say this? Let me say this. Okay, there's this page called Crime Circus that posts all the interrogation videos. All the white people in the comments constantly say, why are these people, and it's normally black people that are in the interrogation room, speaking without a lawyer? Even I know not to speak, whether you did it or not. And that's just like a common thing. That's just, don't say nothing. You ain't got to say nothing. And even white people, it's literally all white people in the comments. Why are you speaking? Why are you speaking? Why are they saying anything?
White people, if you look at SVU, them white people don't be even guilty. Like, I need my attorney.
Yeah, instantly they lawyer up.
Lawyer.
But in reality, man, it's just shut the fuck up. Because if you need your attorney, you ain't gonna see an attorney till 2 days later when you go to court. Need my attorney. Just say, take me to my cell, bro.
Yeah, true.
But you ain't no jailbird. You ain't going to nobody's jail. You feel me?
I'm just saying.
You been stealing makeup?
No, I didn't steal nothing.
You go to Safari?
No, I haven't even went to no makeup stores anytime recently. But knock on wood, if ever I came in that situation, I'm wise enough to know just shut the whole hell up and not say anything.
They tell you that too. You have the right to remain silent.
What do you have? I taught my son his Miranda rights. What does it say right here? What do you understand what this means? Okay, so you know to shut up.
People really think they finna get. You know what the problem is? People really be thinking they smarter than these motherfuckers. I know I got homies who be like, man, them motherfuckers think I'm smart. I'm like, they whole job. I remember I used to sell shrimp every day, right? Day and night, right? This is all I used to do. And them motherfuckers with watches, they knew everything. How's business going today? You got your 3rd ounce? They just talk, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I always knew at that point they had one step ahead of me. My job was to make sure to try my best not to piss nobody off, to help them. 1, 2, don't walk outside with Sherm in my pocket. Simple as that. That was my only job because they knew everything. They could ask me a million questions. I swear to God, that'd be their questions. How's business today? I seen that 16 you sold. They left with it, and like
Did
they were just writing
take
notes.
pictures and stuff of you? outside?
Yeah.
Oh,
When I went to,
Yeah,
they
be
know
knowing everything.
Yeah, 'cause
but they need a dumbass snitch to confirm it. You know what I mean? They can know what the fuck they want to know, but you ain't about to have me stamp it. You know what I'm saying?
And it's tough. So it's just, they tell you have a right to remain silent, but everybody think they smarter. And everybody, it's funny because they all think, they don't realize if they arrest you, you're not walking out of here.
Right, you going anyway.
So let alone if you get arrested. But part two, even if they detain you, you're not most likely not leaving here. Whatever it is, don't say nothing because that's your best chance of leaving. If you say one thing, you don't even got nothing. There's so many people in jail who didn't even have nothing to do with the crime, but was talking and then could have put themselves at the scene. And that just could be a crime in itself.
So, like, even being detained, like, I used to watch First 48 all the time. I'm like, oh my God, they just brought somebody here for question. He just told and now he's locked up. I'm like, oh my.
Best thing in the world, dog.
I used to study them interrogation rooms.
They be like, don't you want to clear your conscience?
Hey, but see, the thing about the First 48, they ain't come to LA with it because
They're never
they go embarrass their agencies. They ain't solving crimes out here. They putting shit that Munchie did on glasses, or they trying to just close an old case from like they not
take anybody. Any one of these niggas to do. All right, any one of these niggas to do. So, but yeah, you can't win. But again, people be thinking they smarter, and they really be like, oh, I'm smarter than them. I'm going. No, you're not. You're going to jail.
Future reference.
Then you go to jail. Then you go to jail. And you be sitting in the court. You got all these face tats. Niggas put them smart nigga glasses on.
Everybody go to jail and start wearing glasses. Like
smart ass. Your smart ass going to jail, cuz. Right to jail. They got a place for you for sure. They gonna put you right down.
Future references in the interviews, a snitch conversation come up. Don't throw that civilian shit my way. I don't give a fuck about that shit.
Yeah.
No, I don't
care about that shit.
Natural instinct, just shut up. Just period. Like, just shut up.
I don't give a fuck who you is. Civilian, Crip, blood.
Up.
But why? You shouldn't even be telling anyway. It ain't got nothing to do with you.
No, but see, shit got soft and shit changed. And then they get me mad because it's the old motherfuckers that be trying to say this old Martin Luther King shit, right? But see, back when my uncles and my dad and them was coming up, if you snitched on somebody over there, you might right past the house 3 days later, they done moved out because they know they wasn't supposed to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was also some things you didn't even do in front of everybody, period.
And that's when it fall on the criminal. Yeah. Like you know, that's when you're supposed to kick in, man, don't rob this old lady. You know she gonna tell. You just can't take her purse and leave her.
First off, it was certain people you just couldn't do nothing to on the 7. You just couldn't do nothing to them. Like that, that's gonna come with a problem with Moon, Pluck, Big J. Just certain people you don't even sell drugs in front of their house. They not gonna have to call the police.
Right.
You just bet not. You gonna get fucked over if you sell drugs in front of their house. Because if they call down there and tell one of them niggas, they all raised them dudes.
Right.
You come. And I know that's how Inglewood is. I done been over there.
Yeah.
You do not disrespect these people right here, because these people been right here this whole time. Mm-hmm. So they don't have no reason to tell.
Do you think that the younger generation, they're way more disrespectful?
Like, they don't know them.
As far as what?
As far as just like, I feel like, okay, just how he was explaining, like these people right here, or you may go to a store and somebody may not know that's your auntie, but this young dude may just be looking for come up, you see her and rob her, and then later you find out that's your auntie or something like that.
Let me give you an example.
Okay, go ahead.
Kind of stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. A lot of people ain't homegrown. Like you wasn't born and raised over here, so you don't know no better. You probably got put on probably 4 months ago, so you don't know this Miss So and So that been living here since the 60s and 70s, and she's hands off. Don't stand in front of her house. Go down. You know what I'm saying? They don't know that. So example, not to keep bringing them up, Crip Mack snatched the wrong purse, and they beat his ass and put him off rolling 60s. Yeah. That was the wrong purse to snatch. If you was from over here and homegrown, you would have known to leave that lady alone. Mm-hmm. Know what I'm saying?
And that's the problem. Like, it's people use this as a pass to just raise chaos. Like, gangbanging is a lot of power. Like, if you really something, like, you could move a lot of people. You could make a lot of people lose their life. Like, you could create a lot of stuff. And I don't think, so it's 2 parts, right? I don't think the gang does enough I don't think the homies do enough, like a well enough job of letting niggas claim it. Like, if you didn't grow up over here, like I used to have rules where, man, this nigga got to be over here at least 3-4 years for y'all. Who is this nigga?
Right.
You don't know him. 1, so I think that. And then 2 is you give these people power. Like, somebody who didn't grow up with that kind of power, you know, it's like giving a motherfucking white man who was bullied in high school a cop job. You know what I mean? Imagine somebody who been marked out their whole life. They never pressed no line or nothing. Then they come over here and they start claiming a gang and they get the power of a gang. power over men. Feel me? They gon' mishandle it, and it's been happening this whole time, and that is a story, and it's crazy because Mack talks about that story where he don't know, you know what I mean? Because he didn't grow up right there all his life. He don't know this person. He really think a lot of people think gangbanging is like a right to raise problems, and it ain't really that. You know what I mean? You really solve problems with violence. You don't create problems with violence. You solve problems. We had a problem. Let's solve it right here. This is how we gonna do it. But sometimes people come into the community and they use it as a way to create havoc to make themselves feel better and what they've been through. So I think I would say something to anybody that's from where we from. It's like any community like that's from there. It's like just be careful with who you letting represent. One person could go do one thing and end up getting my life took because he could have did something in the name of the neighborhood and then I don't know and I'm over there, now I get shot.
Yeah.
So I think that's why you got to be more careful when you bring people around the community and a lot of these little dudes is really rapping us to be like, they joining gangs to be rappers. That shit is the truth. I done heard multiple people say it.
Cause it enhanced that credibility with their music or something.
And it's like, hip hop is all about street urban culture, and Los Angeles street urban culture is this right here. So they feel like, I could talk about this. Like I hear dudes they get put on a gang a year later and be talking about fuck these niggas. You don't even know them. You know what I mean? Like they think being from families is beefing with neighborhoods. They don't realize it's a real thing for people that been here this their whole life. It's a reason why there's an issue between these communities. Right. This ain't just they woke up one day like we not fucking with them niggas.
Right.
Something happened and then somebody died. Somebody fucking brother, son, mother, father died. Now this is why we launched into this. And you come over here acting like this this not your problem. Trust me, you'll get your own problems. They come with this shit.
And then I've noticed since we've been doing this, a lot of people think that a peace treaty should just happen and Munchie should, they expect a lot from him. I noticed that. And I'm like, I don't think they understand.
His name got power.
It definitely does. However, but
he also know, like everybody else know, that it's a lot of pain that came with these problems.
And I don't think people realize that.
But that's only somebody who don't know. Trust me, I've been approached, me and Alex, different people that talk, they be like, guys, man, help set up peace. Hell no. Like if I don't got jobs for niggas to, like I would peace treaty if I got 300 careers. If I can give 300 niggas a job that paid $80,000, $90,000 a year, man, I'll broker any peace treaty in Los Angeles. Right. Tell me which gang, I don't give a fuck which gang, I'll stop that shit overnight. Hey man, look, man, I got this job to pay 90. You want to get a nigga out of gangbang, give him an opportunity. Right. Let him be able to take care of his family, provide for his kids, pay his mama bills. Man, that nigga will, hey, look, I'll get with you niggas Thursday.
So do you think that a lot of keeping a lot of men off the streets and keeping them busy getting money can solve a lot of not solve, but lessen crimes, let's just say?
It started it. But when people in the 60s and 50s could get jobs at those warehouses, those automobile warehouses and everything, man, that shit wasn't happening. This shit only happened because a lack of opportunity. They took it. Look at Detroit. Detroit didn't get bad till they shut down all them car factories. We ain't just a bunch of savage black people, young brothers from LA. We're not just a bunch of raggedy niggas.
Because I feel like there's a big misconception of us. Like we're just supposed to be violent people, and I don't think that they understand.
No, that's just not true. If we had look at all this crazy shit happening on the internet with all these bloggers. Right, all these niggas. I keep telling niggas, I don't even, no disrespect, none of them, I don't even consider them gang members no more. These niggas is YouTubers. I'm not dissing them. Like they have taken on an entrepreneurial role to create their own content to raise money. Man, half of these niggas, you couldn't say half of this shit to them 5 years ago. It's gonna be a problem. Now they be saying all kind of shit. I be hearing niggas say shit to each other about sucking private parts and shit and all kind of crazy shit. But again, they trying to change their life. That's why I'm really careful with how I talk about niggas, because I see they trying to change their life. I'm not mad at no nigga that's tired of being broke and thugging and shit trying to get some money. Like, why we gotta risk our life all the time trying to get some money?
You know what I mean? I ain't gonna never knock somebody that's 15, 16 from the set for doing some shit I did at his age. You know what I mean?
That's how I feel.
You gotta.
Unless I got something better. I got something better.
Yeah.
Oh man, here, look, I got a job pay $100,000. That nigga will leave everything.
Right.
Fuck with that.
Right.
You gonna throw me? Come on.
Can't tell him don't go flock that house. Well, what else I'm about to do then? You about to give me some money?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's...
How you gonna pay his bills? He ain't tired of going to school, niggas making fun of his shoes. Talking about mama being broke and all that. Nigga tired. Sick and tired of being broke. So if you want to solve every problem in Los Angeles, it don't take much. Get a couple thousand careers that pay livable wages. Somebody could buy a house for their fucking family and their kid could go to school. Change everything. It'd be over overnight. You'll look up one day and it'd be so minimal crime, and they know this. I had a conversation with the dean of USC, police chief. You would have thought I said something crazy in that room. You know what I mean? Shout out to homie that brought me up there to talk to him and shit. But it's like you would have thought I said something crazy. They know goddamn well what's wrong with these crazy ass niggas. They know if these niggas had an opportunity to make a livable wage, some that not no McDonald's job, not something that they can't pay their rent, not something that's going to bear some, but something that they literally could buy a house. None of us, no gangbang niggas can't afford a house in Inglewood right now. Fuck a house in Inglewood is $1 million.
That part.
You mean to tell me you think niggas ain't tripping? Niggas been living there their whole life. They friends getting disenfranchised and moved out. Can't nobody live here. Man, you mean to tell me if niggas had a job that paid $80,000, this ain't a ton of money, $80,000 a year. That's $7,000 a month. You think niggas gonna be hanging out throwing their life away? Hell no.
To the governor, man, you want to lower the crime rate, you got to lower the rent. You gonna make a nigga sell some dope in California.
Boy.
Goddamn.
That's where if I noticed a couple cities where the crime spiked and where the rent went up at. I'm not even gonna individually name, but I noticed that too, especially after all their money ran out.
This gentrification shit is a mud. It's a MF.
And just seeing it happen, inflation, gas prices, everything, just watching it happen. And this is why crime is crazy right now.
Man, there's people's in here running the stores, taking clothes. That shit crazy. Niggas is crazy. Niggas is tired of being broke. Niggas tired of not having nothing in a society that only puts value on your name if you have something. You can't even be a rider no more and get respect. At least when I was younger, if you was a soldier, niggas, broads that want to give you some pussy. Now they expect you to be a rider and have some money.
I notice a lot too when I see these arguments through like podcasting and stuff. Men always the first thing they say is, "Well, I got more money than you." I got that's the first thing.
Drake said to fucking Joe Buttons.
Yeah.
Oh, nigga, you's a middle class nigga. I got a jet.
He said he got a modest house.
Yeah, like nigga,
he verbally abused him.
You a rich Jew. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no diss to the Jewish community. I'm just saying a rich Jew ain't like, you're not making history, nigga. And he was just bragging like, oh, I'm a Jewish person and I got more money than you. Nigga.
I think Joe Budden is doing well for himself. I'm not gonna lie.
But my point is, you compared to some broke ass nigga from out of Jersey City and you a rich Jewish kid that was on Nickelodeon. I bet you do got some fucking money.
The grassy.
My 767. I bet you do fucking got a jet.
I bet you it is a lot easier
your
for
fucking
you.
house. I bet you.
He said that take first class flights on special occasions.
Special occasion.
Nigga, that's winning.
I thought it was winning.
You feel what I'm saying? Alex, a Jewish man bragging about how much more money he got.
I just hate that whole mindset. I hate that. I hate hearing that.
But that's my point, because he's so, shout out to Jersey, but he not realizing what he's saying at this point, because he's so smart and so good at marketing himself. It's like, you just brag that you was a rich Jewish man and you was richer than some nigga that grew up in Jersey City. I bet you do got more money. I bet you do got a 767. I bet you ain't got no problems in the motherfucking world economically.
I bet you it's super easy for you, the opportunity.
Shit, you just walk right in. Now you just be killing niggas on records and everything. Nobody gonna look twice.
Hey, I actually like this comeback. It was real witty, and he, you know what I'm saying, got back.
He the guy.
I didn't like that Birdman chimed in like, man, you was not gangster. Like, towards Joe Budden, like, bro, what's some gangster shit got to do with anything?
Because Bird is just smart enough to understand how to play his position with somebody he put on. You know what I mean? But
Drake, he handled it though.
Yeah, but that's not about that, man. These niggas are even a legend like Bird. Shout out to Stunner because he put me on and got me in the game.
He's one of my favorite moguls.
And he's smart enough to understand how to stay looking the part. He don't want to look like he playing both sides. So he's like, oh, I'm gonna just jump over here and fuck that nigga. It's like, what the fuck could Joe Budden really do with y'all? And Drake was bragging about money. It was so weird. It's like, nigga, you're Drake. Like, what do you? Like,
yeah.
And I could see if the nigga couldn't rap, much like the nigga could rap for real. He don't gotta talk about the money.
He could have.
Nigga, you don't got no classic albums like me. He could have just talked about being a better rapper. But it's like a middle class nigga talking about getting richer than some poor nigga is just weird. You know what I'm saying? He was like, nigga, my 767. I'm like, It's like Jimmy Iovine bragging a bunch of money.
I see that's why I don't like Jay-Z all like that, because he instead of like giving game, he just talk down on niggas. Oh, putting money phones to your ears, bad connection. But he ain't giving game though. Like Dame Dash give game, 50 Cent give game, Nipsey gave game. Yo Gotti talk about real estate, talk about giving game, but like Jay-Z don't do that.
He got like a couple songs.
That's
might be like 100 floss songs. One give some game songs. It's funny because it's like the biggest criticism. Fucking Sybil said, he was like, man, Jay just been shitting on niggas his whole
right, right. Because look, 50 Cent, not no order. 50 Cent, Yo Gotti, Dame Dash, and Nipsey, they give game and tell you how to get it. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Versus like a nigga sitting on
like, I got it. You niggas ain't got it.
Yeah, and that's why I respect Boosie. Like, man, I'm gonna keep putting my money phone on my ear, nigga. What you mean? I'm gonna floss my.
I love Boosie. He just so down. He just so down.
Unapologetic.
Down to earth. Yes.
Make sure y'all talk about his
You ain't gotta talk about that. Just put that in the. If you ain't gotta talk about the latest album, just put that in the.
No, but I did want to say when we close out, I was gonna say because we got it. We are short on time, but I do want to say thank you for my signed copy because you are definitely our legend in the game. I've been listening to you since I was little, so.
That's good.
What's the name of the project?
Cancel These Nuts.
Oh, wow.
That part, man. That sound like, ain't no feature from Boosie on here?
Not
this time.
A fuck. Not this time. I gotta
okay, but I did see Samuel L. Jackson on here. So was it like an
interlude?
A movie, yeah.
Okay.
So I just did that so people could know who it is because they might not know the voice. But nah, man, it's just LA attitude. It's our attitude. You know what I mean? Like I try to embody all the ghettos of Los Angeles, all the ghettos of the world. Like we tired of the niggas we like doing sucker shit and we having to accept it. Like I'm too grown to have to be rapping right now. You know what I mean? I should be somewhere making movies, but these niggas won't let me because if I like a nigga, like I like Lil Baby, this nigga got a white man hugging him from the back. You know what I'm saying? Like I could like Thug. Man. Thug now you got to put on a dress. Like I'm tired of the niggas that we like that represent street urban culture doing suspect shit that we have to bypass and accept because we don't got no other skin in the game. I'm sick of it. Gunna, niggas like Gunna, nigga told. Mm-hmm. Then now you gotta go against all your morals to jam a cool street nigga album.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Feel me? Like I'm disgusted with the niggas from all the ghettos that ain't. You know, shout out to the nigga like Bag, niggas still just keeping it solid, not making a fool out they self. Mm-hmm. Even 21, shout out to 21 at the motherfucking Slut March. Like we ain't with that, man. Like you know, you represent us.
The sign did it.
Yeah, you represent us.
I always wondered, like. Are people willing to lose their integrity, or do they just stop caring once they get a bunch amount of money because they feel like, oh, I got all this money, who cares? Like, I'll just go let somebody hug from behind.
My bio say morals over money, bro.
Oh, I know what it says. That's what I'm saying.
I ain't doing no stupid.
As a woman, there's just things I won't do for money, or every opportunity is not for me just because of money, because I have morals and I have integrity. So
there's a song on there, right? So shout out to LA Giants, my boys. They dope as fuck. They all over the record. But there's a song called "Fed Up," and it says, "I'm fed up with all these niggas justifying snitching. I fed up with all these niggas dressing like bitches. I fed up with all these niggas falsifying fictions, doing Mickey shit for a like on a picture. I'm fed up that you claim to be a player but you paying. I'm fed up that you ain't good in the hood that you claiming. I'm fed up that respect costs $100 bill. Money ain't never made a motherfucker real." And it's like, that's really where it's at. It's like, it's only like that because there is no real nigga left to say you niggas is bitches. See, everybody else, they buying them. The niggas that's around us, even in LA, they buying these niggas. Because niggas be so fucked up and broke that they be like, man, I'm for sale. And they buying them. Man, this LA shit in me ain't for sale. Like this attitude, this wild west shit ain't for sale. Like fuck these niggas. Like you niggas gotta stop doing this whole ass shit. Y'all embarrassing us in front of these white people. Y'all niggas from the streets, you know what come with that.
Okay, so one last question then. So by you saying that, and I know there's been a lot of like controversy around this young lady's name, I feel like she's just being herself for all she knows. But I also feel that it's a lot of people are thinking that this behavior is okay and this is a representation of black women when this is not. Sexy Red, right?
Sure.
I feel like she's being herself for all she does know, but at the same time, what they call it, buck dancing in front of the you know what I'm saying? Like that's the way I was trying to go with it. Like
I know we gotta speed it up, but why you say why is one person in the whole America the representation of black women?
No, I'm not saying her. I'm just saying just because there was controversy around her name as of recently, I brought her up. There's a lot of women actually. Just as of recent, I just
think that it's not fair to think that like horror culture is exclusive to sisters. That's probably not true. Mm-hmm. Like I think of Sexy Red, I think of the Kardashians more than I think that. Well, you know what Sexy Red is? So Sexy Red also ain't just like somebody like Tay Keefe doing the music. Tay Keefe is like a multi-platinum producer. Tay Keefe did Sicko Mode. Tay Keefe did Nonstop for Drake. Like he's dope. I'm just hearing that somebody's helping writing her stuff. You know, she got some good writers. But I think it's dope for hood rat girls from the community to have a voice. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't want to insult her, but I think that's her branding is she's a hood rat. She's from the hood, and she's somebody who's been through a lot with guys in the hood, and she endorses being with street guys. So I think there's a room for that conversation, but let's be honest, man. It's eventually it comes to a stop because you eventually just got to be fantastic at this shit. So don't get me wrong, shit like that shit can jump up and do well, but you know, we talking about is this going to be here in 24 months? You know what I mean? Is she good enough? Is the record's going to be good enough? Is that brand going to be exciting enough? So there's no need to over worry about a flash in the pan or somebody getting hot. You know what I mean? Like if she got it, she going to be around. If she evolves, she going to be around. If she stay the same, she going to be good as done. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I saw her yesterday on the Hip Hop Awards and shit, and it looked like a parody of like a rap. It looked like white people making a parody of a rap song and a rap video performance. But it's a part of me that's really happy for her because she's somebody who wants success. She wants to take care of her kids, and she's representing that part of St. Louis and that culture that she comes from. It's another part that's worried because this motherfucker, the first motherfucker I see getting money that look rougher. Usually all the other girls clean up. Mm-hmm. This motherfucker the more money and successful she gets, she just look crazier.
I thought
so maybe
that is the thing, but I thought maybe because she's just always on the go, because it seemed like she's always getting to it, like she's always on the go.
Celebrity always on the go, so they looking rough. That's why
I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt. That's what I'm trying to say.
But you ain't got to give nobody the benefit of the doubt when they comfortable with what they do.
Especially when she getting some money, so there's no reason for her to be looking crazy. But again, you mean like some of them outfits, some of this shit is on purpose. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if it's really great marketing. Or, you know what I mean?
Then who was behind the marketing? That's what I want to understand.
No. Listen, she symbolized realism, right? Because a lot of females won't admit that they got burnt about 3 times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, she had chlamydia about 3 times. You know what I mean? She ain't going to admit. She represent realism, bro. A lot of females ain't going to admit the shit. They just go think it. She go say it out loud.
She's culturally accurate with some behavior. You know what I mean?
But I just don't like that.
It's funny because I really start believing that she like 20-something. They had to, I keep saying this, but they had to spit start that little thing. I couldn't believe. I was like, why are you spitting? This girl's so young. Why is you starting that thing up like that?
Look, in her defense, man, if that thing ain't getting wet, that's on that nigga, bro. He can't get your sprinklers going.
Man, it's a brand new car. You gotta put gas in the carburetor.
Hey, look. He ain't getting that thing wet. He ain't beating it down right. Come to death row. You feel me? I'll do that thing right.
I didn't see the video. I just seen people commenting.
I see the video.
Yeah, I don't want to see her in that light. I don't want to see that.
Girl. You can't believe that light. It looked like her light all the time.
No, but I don't want to see nobody's body parts. I just, you
just spit starting that.
Ain't no spit start over here. I'm pushed to start.
Oh my God.
I'm on Crenshaw, Manchester, and Inglewood, blood. Like just ask for Munchie B. Everybody know me.
Hey, she really go get your DM though.
Yeah, what's up, bitch?
Yeah, you definitely heard that.
She really go get your DM.
Nigga, now the hood rats got a hood call. Ski.
Yeah.
We just ain't swooping and shit, crib whistling and all that. The hood rats got a hood call thanks to Bexy Ray.
Yeah. You know what she remind me of? Remember Joy from Friday? Ice Cube girlfriend that was talking to him while she had the nigga in the bed.
Oh yeah,
that's Sexy Red. That's Sexy Red 30 years ago.
Oh man,
so that's the long as she keep making them cuts, she'll be fine. Because
I just don't want people to be making a mockery of her and thinking this is like okay. Because I know the culture vultures think that's okay and they think it's a mockery. And they start doing.
Not with Beyonce. You know, it's enough women that y'all have represention with that do a good job.
Beyonce's, Rihanna's.
Yeah, y'all got some nice ones that do.
Lauryn Hill. I'm more of like I'm still very old school with it.
Yeah. I'm just saying, even modern, you got some stuff, but Sexy Red is hilarious. Like.
Yeah, I think she's just being herself, honestly.
The realism.
Yeah.
But As long as they're not encouraging her to do crazy stuff just for a marketing team.
I
would hope not.
I really don't think you could come up.
Then I would be like, who's behind that?
You couldn't write that shit.
Ain't nobody.
There's nobody possible
nobody
could
put
write
their
that
brain
shit.
together and come
Them dances, there was no choreographer that could have came up with nothing. Them outfits, like, it's like she was like, y'all gotta change them outfits. She for sure is somewhere her hand is on it.
As long as she's behind it, that's cool. I can respect it. As long as there's nobody behind that.
Man, never mind that. I had your
think
shit already
Suki,
wet.
somebody behind Suki.
That was another that
She's a fraud.
Yeah,
Suki, you a fraud. I'm not buying it.
You know what showed that really ain't her? Because the white K. Osiris thing. Because I would have expect her to pop off more so.
At least get at him.
Right, but you gotta
or take him backstage and cuss him out and say, look, you out of line, but don't do it in front of everybody else.
But see, the world got to know these people are entertainers, though. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you know, like when my daughter be in the car and City Girls come on, JT got a man she in love with. What's the other one name? Miami in love with Diddy, and hurt that he had a chat.
They all looking for men.
All of them. Cardi got a man. She's married.
They lying to y'all. Talk about that thing is why that thing is used and getting abused by one person. Girl, don't let them tell you the truth.
I'll be the judge.
But then it wouldn't be entertainment. That's where the entertainment comes in, because it wouldn't be entertainment for the woman that's listening to it, right?
I see, but I told you when a girl, her little pussy ain't good, everybody know about her.
For sure.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like everybody be like, everybody know about her.
I was with the homies on the community. We were talking about that shit's dry. Yeah, this business. It's like it's a 2023 Honda and they had to put gas in the carburetor. That thing too new for that. That thing's supposed to fire right up. You don't know no choke. You don't got to turn that key. Supposed to first start. You ain't supposed to even have to. You supposed to put your penis near that thing. That thing's supposed to just go on.
Bexy Red, I got a master key. Don't worry about it.
Boom.
What'd you call her, Bexy Red?
Bexy Red. I got a master key. You ain't got to worry about nothing.
Okay, well,
Would you spit on it to start if you had to, though? If it was dry, would you feel disappointed?
If I had to? Yeah, I thought I'll do some Daffy Duck on it. I'll spit on it.
Some what?
Daffy Duck on Big Ten. And I spit on it and then.
Oh, because Daffy Duck. It took me a second to catch on. Okay, duh.
She might have to get into it a little, and then like 45 seconds into it, get the.
What if it would stay like that for 20 minutes?
I'm out of here. I'm gonna be up. I'm making a diss song. Everything.
You gotta love us, man. How you don't love us?
No, you don't
love us.
I'm gonna make a song called. I'm gonna make an EP called Desert.
You don't love us.
So what would you do?
I wouldn't even talk to her. If once I seen that spit start, I already wasn't gonna really give her no play. But once that spit start happened, that was it. I was like, oh, see, she didn't do that thing dry, man. That's dry.
Maybe just a new diet or something. I don't know.
I ain't got nothing to do with no damn diet.
Diet of she just been taking too many penises. And that shit just.
Man, I blame the man, bro. If you can't get her sprinklers going, bro, then what's up?
Yeah, I was gonna. I don't know. I don't know.
Car is just kind of new, man. You gotta think eventually that shit should be turning first turn. It ain't even if it's cold outside. It's a brand new car. That car new. Unless that car ain't that new. It might be a 2020. It might be a 2013 with like 250,000 miles, and that motherfucker just woo 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 woo.
But then wouldn't that make her not? She should have more experience. Then she should know how to mentally get herself right. Maybe it was the man.
Then she don't need the man to get herself right.
Hey, Sexy Red, let's revamp this shit. Let's go up on OnlyFans.
Get your respect back.
Yeah, no.
Holla at the homie.
Munchie B and Bexy Red collab. We gonna go up on OnlyFans.
Holla at the homie. Get your respect back, dog.
We go.
Get your respect back.
Everything, because I know our footage gonna look bracken. Believe that. Believe that.
His little dusty ball self.
They always talking about some
video of her.
They always talking about some content creator. Watch this.
Content for real.
All right.
Go to the next level. She need to earn her respect back. But go on.
Oh, no, because I know we ran out of time. Yeah, I definitely was quiet for a long time because I was soaking in all the game. And normally I just have stuff to say. And I'm like, and I just wanted to listen. And I can literally sit here and listen to you talk about it. I got a lot of knowledge from you. I really appreciate it.
Glad y'all had me on. It was dope.
Definitely got to have you back.
Y'all early. Y'all really dope. Keep doing y'all thing.
I appreciate you pulling up.
You already know we was overdue, baby. All love.
I definitely enjoyed this conversation. I was taking mental notes in my head.
All good. I'm here. Ready for the coast.
So everybody go ahead, follow up on it ain't Twitter no more, it's X. I keep saying that.
Twitter,
X,
we keep it.
Yeah, Twitter, Thread, Instagram, all the same.
Google me.
MB_the mayor. That's MB_THA mayor. And you know what I'm saying, tap in on Tap Out. What's your shit, Mariah?
_ Mariah with 4 H's _ and follow my YouTube, Mariah Sharice.
I'm Googleable, man. Glasses,
Oh, yeah.
LOC on Instagram. Glasses Malone TV on YouTube. But I'm Googleable. Find me everywhere.
Actually, Google
He said
Glasses.
Google him, okay?
A long time now, man.
Yes.
Long time.
Man, Rate Your Heart podcast. We up out of here. Thanks for coming up, bro.
Thank you so much.
Love, baby. Yeah.
Never thought we'd make it out, cause we didn't take the safer route. Now it's ownership and bank accounts. The beef, what that cake about? Young and black on that paper route. They never thought we'd make it out. Never thought we'd make it out, cause we didn't take the safer route. Now it's ownership and bank accounts. The beef, what that cake about? Young and black on that paper route. They never thought we'd make it out.
I fuck with your music, nigga. I see you, nigga. Keep going, nigga, on Bloods. That shit is good, nigga. It's good energy, nigga. It's good for you, nigga, to show niggas you can do it no matter what, nigga. No matter what, nigga, you can do it, nigga. Believe that, nigga. So keep pushing the cold line, nigga. Keep popping, nigga, on Bloods. I'll be home soon to fuck with it, nigga. We'll see.